Hey, how's it going? It's JPChivalry going live with Higurashi when the Cry Kai, but more specifically, Chapter 7 Minagoroshi. That was a long transition there from the music to the start of the game, but that's because Steam didn't launch properly. And I was like, should I play another song? No. We're here now. That's all that matters. But anyways, I didn't want to wait until midnight. I already woke up earlier. So, yeah. I want to play more. So we're going to continue more. But yeah, it's still Monday, No, wait, it's Tuesday. Right. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, May 26th. There are over 100,000 Americans on waiting lists for organ transplant. I wonder how many of those are waiting on brains, because I know a lot of people who aren't using theirs. Got him. 100,000 though. It's a lot. Anyways, yeah. We're playing more. We're continuing. Schedule's off. It's fine. We're okay. Also, shout out to Rakashar. If you want to go check out some things, some art, go check them out. Go watch them. Now, instead of me, it's fine. I'll. There's always the VOD. But anyways, yeah. So we left off in the middle of Chapter 6 because my stomach was growling. I rewatched the VOD. You can't hear it. Well, I didn't check with the headphones, but I'm pretty sure you can't hear it. So it's just me. It's just a bodily function thing. But yeah, I was hungry. I mean, I had eaten a banana, but obviously I guess that wasn't enough. I just have to fight through the hunger. Anyways, we could have kept going. That's fine. We're okay. Went to sleep, woke up. Here we are, 2 hours later. Everything's fine. But yeah, I guess, yeah, let's just start this. Let's get this going. Move that over there, that there, and let's continue. So there's 9:30, right. Let's just load this one. It's just the same thing, basically. Oh yeah, and then there's this new track. New theme. How's the audio, by the way? Let me mute real quick so I can see. Because I'm kind of curious how the audio is on my laptop. So, one moment. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. So yeah, okay. We need to make an appeal to the Child Consultation Center. If we're unsatisfied with the decision they made, we can simply go and tell them that. We need to go there and explain to them how serious this case is. Yeah, that sounds good. I have no idea what situation Satoko-chan is in right now. Since they're misunderstanding what's going on, we have to go there and make it clear. I see. That's the best approach. I don't know about that. I've heard that they never change their decisions once made. Is the audio too loud? Gotta lower it a little bit. Might be just a waste of time. We don't know that until we try. Giving up before even trying is what losers do. We have to try everything we can. Remember what the principal said? We'll fail if we give up before even trying. Shion, your fire is blazing bright red, ready to do whatever it takes, even if that's acting hasty to save Satoko. But truly hot fire is blue and calm. Don't give up. We should do everything we can. What do you think, Chie-sensei? Am I wrong? No. You're not saying anything wrong. You've calmed down a lot. I was concerned for you because I thought you might come up with an idea to attack him in the dark. That's what my mom was saying. Is that how people perceive me? I thought we should wait and see what happens. But after hearing everything all of you have said, I've been thinking about what happened last year. I now understand that this is an emergency situation. People can change their minds if you're persuasive enough. The Child Consultation Center might change their mind too. Tepe might change his mind, maybe. They might reverse their decision if you succeed in making an appeal. What do you think, Shi-chan? You should fight it with us, rather than thinking about it alone. I'm not feeling lonely. I'm not sad because I'm all alone. You do sound awfully sad, actually. Maybe you do want to join us. Whatever. Fine then. Let's just go to the Child Consultation Center. I'm gonna punch them in their faces if they don't do something. It's not a good idea, but I feel your passion now. Guess you calmed down after getting some sleep. I'm just serious about this, is all. Anyway, let's go and make it happen. I know where the Child Consultation Center is. This old man didn't know until recently, but it's on the first floor of the library. Mion grinned and showed us the location on a city guidebook. She's really prepared for this. The office is open until 5:15. Don't try to pick a fight with them. You have to stay calm. What? Are you talking to me, sis? Who do you think I am? I'll cry if I have to. Our goal is to make them change their mind. That's it, Shi-chan. I think we can make it if we leave right now. It's past 3 o'clock. Make it before they close if we rush there on our bikes. But they're strict about time, aren't they? They might kick us out as soon as it's time to close. The door will close on time. But once we're inside, they'll never kick us out. Listen, make sure you don't give in when negotiating with these officials. Officials are surprisingly tough, but unlike private citizens, they're not allowed to end the discussion on their own. So when you feel like you can't get anywhere by continuing the discussion, don't give in. You have to dig deep and make sure they listen to everything we have to say. How do you know all that, Mi-chan? Who do you think I am? I represent Oryo Sonozaki, member of the mayor's social gathering and the local government monitoring committee. I speak to government officials all the time. Hey, Mion, is it possible to save her using the influence of the Sonozaki family? Well, not if I have to go through Granny. Ugh. It's impossible to get help from her. Her mind's still stuck in the dam conflict. 100 million with one spirit, and stuff like that. She hates the Hojo family to this day. Talking about Satoko's parents, who were for the dam project. Never met your grandma, but she needs to learn how to forgive. It's a thing of the past now. Exactly. I agree with you, Kei-chan. So the Sonozaki family can't do anything about it? Yeah, we can't. I'm sorry. Old people are so stubborn. They cherish Rika-chan, but they don't care about Satoko. That's horrible. Can't forgive Satoko's uncle for aggressively abusing her, but I'm not about to forgive other people for quietly abusing her either. Tell those people not to piss off Keiichi Mibara. I'll do that. Shall we go now? We have no time to waste. Alright, better hurry. Let's get going. Do you want to come with us, Rika-chan? Let's go. Rena spoke to Rika-chan, who had been avoiding all conversation. She's still, yeah. She seemed to have given up all hope yesterday. It was so painful to see her so depressed. It's just a waste of time anyway. Poor Rika. You have to stop saying anyway. You don't know if it's a waste of time or not unless we try. You people did everything you could in your previous lives. But you never found a way to save her. You think this time will be different? Sometimes I really had no idea what she was saying. All we could tell was that she was being negative about the situation. Have you tried going to the Child Consultation Center already? Then we should try. Satoko-chan is important to you, isn't she? You have to try and see what happens. I'm sure Satoko-chan needs your help right now. This world is gonna end soon anyway. What's wrong? We have to hurry up. Rika-chan doesn't seem to be interested. So much for friends. She's so close to Satoko, but she won't even get off her butt to save her. I never thought I'd hear you say something like that. You used to hate her so much. Hehe. What? Is your brain working alright? Why would I hate Satoko? Never mind. Fine, I'll come with you people. I have nothing to do at home but drink until I pass out anyway. You're pissing me off. Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Stop it, Shi-chan. You stop it too, Rika-chan. Let's get together and save Satoko-chan. I'm sure we can make a miracle happen if we work together. But we need everyone to come together. We can't leave any one of us behind. We need you too, Rika-chan. Something that Rena said must have given Rika-chan motivation. I could see a slight sparkle in her eyes. Rena had said something interesting. She said that we could make a miracle happen. It's the same thing I said when this world began. At that time, I said I could make a miracle happen, but I didn't say how. But Rena just clearly stated that. We can make a miracle happen if we work together. Yes, miracles can happen when we work together. What if there's no miracle? That means we haven't tried hard enough. If we all do the best we can, a miracle will happen for sure. That's true. Ryuga-san is right. People get stronger when they help each other. You can overcome any obstacle when everyone works together. Yep. Hinamizawa was fated to be submerged underwater, but 2,000 people got together and brought an end to that destiny. Bring an end to destiny? Hey Spine, how's it going? As soldiers of Hinamizawa, we all know that miracles do happen. We'll win if we work hard together. I think you have no choice but to come with us now, Rika-chama. If you don't come, a miracle won't occur. Your absence will prevent it from happening. So, it's gonna be my fault. That's interesting. A miracle is something that we can make happen. But we need everyone's power to make that come true. Destiny can be defeated. Fate can be escaped from. This can happen with a miracle. A miracle can happen if we unite. Rena told me yesterday, you'll never come up with a solution if you think about everything by yourself. You have to talk this out together. Don't let fate get the better of you. It's as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. How can he say that without knowing how stubborn fate can be? To me, a witch trapped within fate. But for some reason, his words sounded very persuasive. He easily changed my fate to play the fishing game. In my previous life, Keiichi saved Rena from her devastating fate. As fragile as a thin sheet of paper. Saying that the world I've been struggling in for 100 years is that easy to change? Hehehe. Keiichi had made a fool out of me. Interesting. I'll go with you. That's more like you, Rika-chan. Oh, Rika, are you sure? Hanyu looked at me with concern. She wanted to warn me that I'll get hurt if I expect too much. I don't have any coins left to bet. I don't have anything to lose. This world is ending soon anyway. But it was the same in my previous life. I thought all was lost when Rena took over the school. But Keiichi turned everything around. Saying that fate is as fragile as a thin sheet of paper. I've given up on this world anyway, but I'm interested. Fate will betray you anyway. Get hurt as I see it happen to you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get depressed anymore. I have no tears left to shed. Now that they can't save Totoko no matter what happens. That's why I'm doing this. It's the first time we've ever gone to the Child Consultation Center. Keiichi can't make any miracles happen. Hanyu spoke to me in a stern voice. Miracles are called miracles because they don't happen easily. If it can happen at any time, it's not a miracle. It's just something that was meant to be. I'm not expecting anything, just interested. I'm curious how Keiichi's gonna make his move after saying how easily he can change fate. Rika, please don't hurt yourself anymore. It's none of your business. Get out of here. Wow. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just trying to enjoy my last week alive, like watching a TV show. But I had to admit I was possessed by a strange feeling. It was a little bit exhilarating. I was nervous, as if anticipating something. I felt the same way when Keiichi remembered the memories from the past in my previous life. I didn't have any coins left to make a bet, but I knew what this feeling meant. If I had a coin left in my heart, I would bet everything on this feeling. If it doesn't work out after trying every option, we'll have no choice but to give up. There's no need for us to give up. Satoko's gonna be saved. You'd better prepare a clean blanket for Satoko. She's coming back to you soon. And I'd feel bad if she didn't have a soft bed waiting for her. Hehehe. I like that, Keiichi. Well then, let's go. You might tear apart fate like a thin sheet of paper after all. Yeah, right now I feel like I could take on the ruler of hell. I'm gonna make them change their decision. I stood up from my seat. Keiichi is a very good speaker. That's why I never get bored with him. I've been with him for 100 years, but he still keeps me entertained. We're going to the Child Consultation Center now. Do you want to come with us, Chie-sensei? I'm going to talk to the Board of Education. They're under the same branch of government as the Child Consultation Center. It might help if I talk to them. After all, I'm working for the public too. That's true. They might listen to what you say. Let's have her take care of that while we take care of our business. Let's fight them. Alright, let's go everybody. Yeah! Even knowing that everything is doomed, part of me felt like something good might happen. Hani told me that it was only a waste of time. I felt the same way until a few minutes ago. But I had become much more interested. I had no idea what would happen. I wanted to see how Keiichi was planning to defeat this destiny. I raised my fists in the air along with them and hurried to the exit. As for Satoko, she didn't come to the school again today. No, so even still. Teppei called the school and told them that she still has a fever. He said that he's going to keep her at home for a few days until she gets better. Chie said that she thinks Teppei knows she called the Child Consultation Center. Must be worried that Satoko will rat him out if he lets her go to school. I don't want to think about it, but it's possible that Satoko has visible bruises by now. That could also be why he won't let her go to school. Everything was happening much earlier. Satoko's situation was worsening earlier than it did in my previous lives. If I had just waited 20 more minutes, would the chapter have ended? Okay, no. It's just another intermission. Okay. Let me check a notification real quick. Whoa! Spine 8905. Thank you for the follow. Wait, why didn't the alert go off? Or no? Let me see. Yeah, why didn't the alert go off? That's weird. Anyways, okay. How long are they going to make us wait? Those people seem to be free. Should let us talk to them. Those are just general office workers. We have to talk to the actual social worker responsible for the case. I wonder if they're busy because they have a lot of cases like this. I don't know. I wish they didn't have so many issues to deal with. This world is tragic. So many kids are being abused. After 30 minutes, they finally called my name. I wrote down my name at the registration, as Mion can't let them know she's from the Sonozaki family. I'm Ibara, my name is called. Went to the receptionist to find a uniformed older lady. Oh, so hold on. She must be one of the office workers Mion mentioned. Is she really going to be the one dealing with us? Hello, Mibara-san. See you're here with 4 of the friends. How can I help you today? The only thing I wrote in the registration was that I wanted to talk about Satoko Hojo. Well, we're here to talk about Satoko Hojo's case. Chie-sensei from the Hinamizawa branch school made a report yesterday. We would like to discuss the case. Are you her friends? Yes. We're her classmates. Would you please give me a general summary of what you wish to discuss? Heard that you guys put a hold on it because you determined that there wasn't any abuse happening. So we've come here today in order to explain Satoko's situation in more detail. I see. Please wait a few more minutes. That was it from her then. Real social workers should be coming here to talk with us. She was just asking us basic information. With that done, she was talking on the phone, explaining to someone what I just told her. What did she ask? She asked me why I was here. She told me to wait for a few more minutes. I hate waiting like this. Those posters and advertisements you've been reading, that interesting me? I see lots of flyers about abuse. Guess we came to the right place. Report the abuse before it escalates. Check out that slogan. Check it out. There's a bunch of posters with slogans like that in here. Guess that's what the Child Consultation Center is for. Is it any help if it's inside the building, though? Rika-chan was right. They should be posting them all over the city, not just inside the building. Ibara-sama, thank you for waiting. Please go to room number 2. It's our turn now. Let's go. As we walked, we soon saw rooms numbered 1 through 3. I thought we were going to be talking at the counter like you do at the bank, but they have individual rooms. Well, privacy. I guess it's for privacy reasons. Right. Most of the people who come here don't want other people listening to their conversation. But I think abuse might be increasing because people try to keep the issue quiet. People tend not to talk about their family issues. Room number 2. It's this one. As I knocked, I heard the voice of a lady telling me to come in. Hello. It was a very small room. Well, I should say it was narrow. It wasn't wide, but it was very long. There was a counter in the middle, which split the room into 2. A lady was sitting on the other side of the counter. She told us to take a seat, but there were only 2 chairs. So the photos. I mean, I guess it gives an idea. I sat down since we registered under my name. Mion wouldn't sit because she felt that the Sonozaki sister shouldn't be in the front. Rena tried to offer the seat to Rika-chan, but she refused too, so Rena ended up taking it. It's such a tiny room that it was better for us to take a seat. It's very cramped with the 5 of us. I'm sorry. We usually expect to see the parents, so we only have 2 chairs. I understand that. So, how may I help you today? Should I do the talking? Well, we're students from the Hinamizawa branch school, and we're Satoko Hojo's friends. The school reported that she was being abused to the Child Consultation Center, and I believe that a social worker went to her house last night. We heard that you put a hold on her case. We're here today so we can explain to you how urgent the matter is. Mion nodded. It seemed like I was doing okay so far. I forgot to talk about it, but during the intro. I guess I'll wait till the next stream. Something I wanted to talk about, but anyways. What are you trying to explain to us? Will you please tell me? Well, I know it's only been 2 days since her uncle took her away, but it's only a matter of time before he starts hurting her. In fact, Satoko suffered a terrible abuse at the hands of her uncle last year as well. We believe it's only a matter of time before that happens again, so we'd like for you to save Satoko from her uncle before it does. Right. I also didn't talk about the gasoline thing, and I was going to talk about that. So, okay, gasoline thing. At my previous job, well, not previous, one of the jobs I used to work at, is it a bad time? It's probably a bad time to talk about it. It's already over. Never mind. Let's move on. So we'd like for you to save Soko from her uncle before it does. But from what we understand, the Child Consultation Center has decided to wait and see, right? I'll just say it for the next intro. Are you going to neglect her? Can't believe that you left her there just because she's not getting physically abused. Who's going to be responsible when she really gets hurt? Shion probably didn't like how politely I was speaking to her. She was already flaring up with rage at the social worker. Looked like Mion didn't want her to tear into her. However, she let Shion finish, as she'd get even more furious if we tried to stop her. The lady seemed to be used to people losing their temper, and she continued without reacting to Shion's outbursts. I'd like to make it clear that we are still working on her case. The results are still pending. We're not abandoning or neglecting her. Working on her case. They're not abandoning her. They're currently reviewing options, I suppose. While their mature phrasing made me start to think it might be rude and harsh to say they were abandoning her, Rena quietly opened her mouth. But you left her there without doing anything last night. No one can ever fool Rena. Taking their time to review options was the exact same thing as abandoning her. The fact is, they left her in that house without taking any action to prevent her from being abused. We sent a social worker to her house and they met with her guardian. Cannot talk about the case any further for privacy reasons. However, we are not neglecting her. We're going to look after her and her father so they can have a healthy life together. He's not her father. He's her uncle. Are you sure you really did an investigation? Excuse me. You're correct. They're uncle and niece. Anyway, we'll be directing them so guardian and child can form a healthy relationship. Shion had pounced on her mistake immediately. Didn't think she needed to be so snappy, but at this point I was starting to understand how different their sense of urgency was from ours. Well, excuse me, but Satoko was living a happy life before, without any support from her uncle. First of all, her uncle disappeared from her life for a full year prior. Now he's returned and kidnapped her away. Isn't that a crime? It wasn't a kidnapping. It's the law that a child must live where their guardian appoints them to live. According to Article 821 of the Constitution, the legal guardian of a child is... He neglected Satoko for 1 year. How can he still be considered her guardian? Shion. That's what the court decided when her parents died of the curse of Oshiro-sama. Are you serious? That guy is her legal guardian? Yes. I don't know the specific article of law it's written in, but minors must abide by their guardians. In other words, every child has a guardian. They have to have one. That's Article 818 of the Civil Code. When Satoko's parents died, her uncle and aunt automatically became her guardians? Yes, the closest relative gets custody. It seems her aunt and uncle were Satoko's only relatives. If Satoko and Satoshi refused them, they could have had a different guardian, though. But they are the children of the Hojo family, the enemy in the dam conflict. No one was going to take care of them. They are different from Rikuchama. Lots of people wanted to be her guardian, but Father Kimiyoshi got custody of her. I knew that the Hojo family was in favor of the dam project, and the whole village hated her family for that reason. But I thought everything was over after they cancelled the project and Satoko's parents died. Was I aware of the difference? The difference between how the villagers treat Satoko and how they treat Rika-chan? The villagers don't abuse Satoko like her uncle. But maybe there were small thorns left in the village. They were stinging Satoko occasionally. Can't say this too openly, but Satoko's family had more assets than her uncle's. By becoming her guardians, they gained control of those assets. That's why they shamelessly took over Satoko's home. Do you know where they used to live? It was this ridiculously tiny place. That's horrible. But this guardian neglected Satoko-chan for over a year, right? Can he still claim custody of her? Can he? Well... In Part 4, Chapter 4 of the Civil Code, there are provisions for the loss of custody. The lady opened a thick book on the counter and showed us that page. Didn't completely understand what it says on there, but it seemed that a parent can lose custody when they're being irresponsible. So the law can take away the right to be someone's guardian. Wait a minute, it says something about court. Let me see. At the behest of the child's relatives or a public prosecutor, the family court may make a ruling for the loss of parental authority. What the heck is this? So we'd have to sit around and wait for a family court's ruling before he can lose custody? That's too slow. Well, if something urgent happens, we can temporarily protect her under our custody. We also need approval of the family court in that case. Here, Article 834 for the loss of parental authority. Doesn't this apply to Teppei Hojo? It is a fact that the guardian, Teppei Hojo, abandoned his responsibilities as guardian for over a year. What is the Center's opinion on that? Can't answer for privacy reasons, but the Center requested an explanation on that matter as well. And you accepted his explanation, so you decided to wait and see? Like I mentioned, we're currently working on this case. The safety of the child is our #1 priority. and we'll make sure that she will have a healthy lifestyle in a safe environment. We weren't on the same page at all. They just weren't understanding the urgency. I've never met this Teppei guy. I only know about the situation based on what my friends told me about last year, what Chie-sensei told us. But I still understood very well. I understood that something really bad was going to happen if we didn't take any action right now. She was being abused by her uncle and aunt last year too. Are you sure that the same uncle can take care of her? You still have those records from last year, don't you? I can't discuss her past record with you for privacy reasons, but we are taking everything into consideration. It's like a roundabout way. She didn't come to school yesterday. She didn't come today either. He called the school and told them that she has a cold, but don't you think it's a bit odd that she hasn't come to the school since he showed up? That's true, but then she really might be sick. I think we should keep our eyes on her and see what happens. We just know that Satoko doesn't want to be with her uncle. Her uncle is forcing her to stay with him. The social worker spoke with the child and made their decision after doing so. So that's it, isn't it? Are you not taking this case seriously because she made a false report long ago? I cannot talk about that for privacy reasons. We're taking everything into consideration. Satoko is telling you that she's not being abused because she feels guilty about her brother Satoshi. She may have told you that she's not being abused, but I don't believe that statement. Do you know that people can lose the will to seek help when they have depression? Stop making excuses and hurry up and save Satoko. I'm not going to forgive you people if something happens to her. You'll end up hurt if you don't do something about this while I'm still asking politely. Stop it, Shion. You're making us look bad. I don't know what her uncle said to the social worker, but he's a violent guy. Please don't be fooled by him. I just wanted to make that clear. So please, speak with her social worker and persuade them to make the call to save Satoko at once. We ask that you do this for us. Some of us were getting emotional, but Mion calmed them down, and Rena summed it up nicely. I stopped speaking to see what she was going to say next. Me and her caseworker. I understand your concerns. I'll tell them that Satoko-san's friends, 3, 4, 5 of her friends came here and made an appeal to us. We will continue to work closely on this case, so please let us know when you have further information. Thank you for supporting the Child Consultation Center. Thank you very much for sharing your valuable time with us today. Now I just have to wait and see. We were still in Okonomiya. We were in a city park, devoid of playing children, staring vacantly up at the matter red sky in silence. I feel like they didn't really listen to our story. But they also didn't try to kick us out. She's probably just a person that deals with complaints, not the actual social worker that deals with Satoko-chan. That's why she was phrasing everything the way she did. What did you think about the whole thing, Mion? Well, it felt like we were wrestling with the tree. We didn't get pushed or pulled. It was same as talking to a wall. That's not true. She said they will forward our information to the social worker. Like I said, she doesn't know Satoko-chan in person, so she didn't really have any stake in it herself. So you think we accomplished something today, Rena? I don't think it was a waste of time. But I don't think our passion will be understood by the actual person who was working on the case. She'll just tell them that Satoko Hojo's 5 friends came and requested for them to take her under their custody. What about the social worker? Can't we talk to that person directly? I don't know. I heard it's a very tough job. I think it'd be difficult for us to meet him, or her, in person. Someone even threatened to hurt them if they didn't do anything, while she was still asking them politely. According to Mion, there are lots of problematic clients who show up at the Child Consultation Center. It's not a rare thing for them to get an aggressive visitor like Shion. It's so difficult to tell them how passionate we are. They might treat us coldly if they took our passion for simple anger. I thought you were used to talking with government officials, Mion. Can't you talk to them instead of me? It's not that she's good at talking. They just listen to her because she is Mion Sonozaki. You saw how they treated us today. she announced herself as a Sonozaki, we wouldn't have been in such a small room. We would have been speaking to the manager in a reception room. Right? Mion gave a vague smile and didn't comment. Mion's greatest weapon is her family name. Without that weapon, she's just as ordinary as the rest of us. I shouldn't be thinking about this, but if the Sonozaki family forgave Satoko's family, it would be really easy for them to save her. So, the Sonozaki family still hates the Hojo family? No one has publicly stated that we hate them, but it runs pretty deep. That hag of a grandmother is the one who hates the Hojo family. Her opinion hasn't changed since we were in the middle of the dam conflict. It's been so many years, but she still can't let go of the past. Stop it, Shi-chan. Satoko-chan is Satoko-chan. She's a precious friend. Doesn't matter what her last name is. Shion went quiet, and there was silence for a while. Rena was right. Just like how Satoko's last name doesn't matter what Mion's last name is either. The important thing is that our friend is being abused right now. We have to do everything we can to save her from that situation. We all looked up at the sky as we listened to the sound of cars passing by. We all felt helpless. We had no idea what to do. Was what we did today going to help Satoko at all? It would have been better if they just kicked us out. That way, we could have been angry with them. But after being treated politely like that, we had no choice but to back off and see what they were going to do. We were forced to just wait and see what happens. Everyone was trying to figure out what our next option was. I couldn't expect Chie-sensei to tell us that everything was taken care of at the Board of Education. That'd be too good to be true. What shall we do next? I muttered to myself, hoping that someone would respond with a good idea. But the silence reminded me that everyone was just as stuck as me. Keiichi. Rika-chan. I'm sorry. I was running my mouth off, but I have no idea what to do now. I don't believe this. What? As I looked at her, I realized that the expression on her face was stronger than ever. I told Shion yesterday. He didn't have a good idea at the moment. He said you would figure out something. I told her to trust you. So I trusted you. I'm not gonna believe it. I'm not gonna believe that you would even mention that you had no idea. I'm not gonna believe that. I could see tears in her eyes. Rika-chan was sure that I could do something about the situation. You said it. You said that fate is as fragile as a thin piece of paper. I'm gonna believe your words. I still believe you. Because you can easily defeat fate. So, please help. Help us escape from this fate. Help Satoko. Help her. A tear rolled down from the corner of her eye. My heart was feeling the same way. Damn it, damn it, damn it. An innocent girl was becoming a prisoner of a tragic fate. She desperately needed help. I told them that they could trust me. In other words, that they could count on me. That they could bet on me. Betting is not an easy thing. If I lost, they'd lose their coins too. What does it mean to trust someone? It's about making a bet on that person. It's about betting a coin. It's about betting hope. Trusting someone is tantamount to placing your hopes in them. I told Shion yesterday. I told her to trust me. I didn't say it just because. I knew that those words meant something very serious. But now, after portraying Rika-chan and seeing her tears, I finally realized just how serious it is. I look at Shion. She was in a rage again. Mion tried to calm her down, but she didn't have any ideas either. How about Rena? So hold on. So, shout out to Babby. They're playing Hollow Knight. So, go check them out. They're doing the 5th Pantheon. You can go see. Okay, yeah, they just started. Alright. So let me check something real quick. Okay. How about Rena? She's always very reliable in a situation like this. I expected to see her strength. However, Rena also looked depressed. We didn't even know if what we did was a meaningful thing. Rena looked down with a devastated expression on her face, since she couldn't come up with another option either. Damn it, I have to do something for them. Rena's blue fire will melt iron. Neon can be strong when the wind is in our favor. Shion is the same way. They will move forward strongly when the wind is backing them up, but they grow weak when the wind is blowing against them. Despite the whole situation, Rika-chan still believes in us. She believes that we can do something if we all come together. That's right, we all agreed. We said to each other that we could make a miracle happen if we all worked together. What am I? If Rena is the blue fire, I'm the red fire. I burn brightly and give strength to everyone. That's right. I'm Ch.7 Minagoroshi. I'm the magician of words. I have to motivate everyone. The blue fire won't light up unless the red fire does too. When the fire is lit, there will be wind. Neon and Shion will become stronger too. Be the spark that lights the galaxy? Or what was it? Thank you. You just made me realize something, Rika-chan. Now the flames inside me are really starting to blaze. Keiichi. Can't give up now. We're members of the strongest club ever. Nothing can stop us when we get together. Can't become depressed over a small thing like this. Rika-chan woke me up. I just realized how serious it is to have people trust in me. Rika-chan knew our personalities well. She figured out just who she should motivate first. Whoa, really starting to burn up. Hey, Neon. Stop being depressed. This is where we're supposed to get angry, man. Everyone looked at me with wide eyes as they turned at my powerful voice. They were both surprised by my sudden shout, and waiting in anticipation at the vigor of my call. More and more clearly, I could see it. This was Ch.7 Minagoroshi's role in this club. I don't think we did anything at the Child Consultation Center. Just like Ren was saying, they're just gonna forward a small note saying that the 5 of us made a visitation. But being treated like that has lit the fires of our anger. You're right. It feels like they gave us the cold shoulder. We were trying to get them to realize how much danger Sotoko is in. We have to fight now. We have no time to be sitting all depressed in the park. But Keiichi-kun, what are we supposed to do next? Don't tell me that you think we have no more options left. If this is a club activity, you guys would be losing right now. This is fun. I was feeling depressed too, but now I've got a burning passion in my heart. I felt like I was cheering myself up. Why was I being so sad? If I wanted to save Totoko, I had no time to rest. This is like the final seconds of the last round in a boxing match where we were at a disadvantage. If I stand here stupefied, I'll lose by indecision. So the only option is to press to attack. Just to press the attack. Was I supposed to give up just because I couldn't knock out the opponent with one punch? No. If I couldn't take him out in one, I'd have to throw 2 or 3 punches. I'd have to try until I could finally knock him out. You're saying that we're gonna go there tomorrow? Close, but not exactly. I have no idea what's on your mind. But it sounds very interesting. It isn't like your club to cry ourselves to sleep. We need to turn this headwind around. Yes, Neon is getting her willpower back too. That's right. I agree with Keiichi-kun. I'm ashamed that I was so depressed. Let's fight. What exactly are you trying to do? Remember everyone, that lady really pissed us off today. She also told us what our next option is. She never thought she was giving us a hint. She made a huge mistake. On top of that, that next option is something that I'm really good at. What's Keiichi really good at? Receptionist note, the bank book, frustration. Fire burning deep within. Then it's blue flame, red flame. 47 more minutes. Damn. Yeah, that's fine. I'm glad I ended the stream when I did last night, or this morning. So, okay. So what time is it? Or like, what we got? 30 minutes. Okay. Guess we'll see. Check some things real quick before we officially continue. I was like, do I smell food? But I mean, it's already cooked. Unless they're warming up the leftovers, I guess. Probably. Anyways. Chapter 7. Oh shit. I didn't even... Yeah, we didn't read the tips. Shit. What if we do one of these? I messed up. I was just so ready to start, but yeah, we have to read the tips first. Oh man. Well, that's fine. At least we have the quick load. No, we're just speedrunning the chapter. That's all that's happening. Or no. Oh man. I guess they're warming up the food. We had I think it's like chicken, corn, zucchini, and rice. Spanish rice. Which is really just rice, but with like a... I forget what spice they add, or what the seasoning they use. That's all it was. Let me check Discord. Oh yeah, wasn't there Kingdom Hearts news today? Or is it tomorrow? I feel like there's something that's gonna be revealed soon. Suspicious note. Okay. They're all good. Number, date, year. Subject, about Satoko Hojo-san. Visitor, Keiichi and 4 other friends. They are requesting protection for Satoko Hojo-san to save her from being abused by her uncle. Already being dealt with. I'm cleaning our the refrigerator, so please remove your personal belongings by this evening. It's already being dealt with. Bank book frustration. Teppei suspected that Satoko was hiding more money somewhere. But in reality, she had none at all. Teppei had asked her how she survived until now, but she told him that she didn't have to use any money because she was living with her friend. Teppei had made some money off of illegal gambling. While he had some of that money saved up, he had no intention to use it on living expenses. However, there was no way Satoko didn't have the money. Teppei was convinced of that. Teppei's wife, Satoko's aunt, must have taken away the family bank book when Satoko's parents died in the accident. But her aunt also died last year, and Satoshi is gone too. That means Satoko should have hidden the bank book somewhere. However, no matter how much he threatened her, she told him that she didn't know anything about it. He continued to question Satoko, still believing that she was hiding it somewhere. He couldn't beat her, because her teacher in the child consultation center would suspect him. So he wouldn't beat her. Instead, he spoke to her in a loud and violent voice, broke furniture in front of her. Threatening people like that is Teppei's forte. However, Satoko continued to claim that she had no clue about the bank book. She didn't seem to be lying. After destroying the whole living room, leaving Satoko frightened like a scared little animal, Teppei finally believed that Satoko had no idea where the bank book was. In that case, where could it be? Teppei had 2 ideas. One idea was that his wife hid it somewhere in secret. The other idea was that Satoshi took it after his wife's death and hid it somewhere else. Either way, he was certain that it was hidden somewhere in this house. He told Satoko to clean up the mess he made in the living room and started searching around the house. Teppei was starting to get bored with Satoko. He'd heard that Satoko's parents had a lot of money saved up, but his wife had taken control of that money herself. Since his wife had been quite thrifty, he was sure that she left the bank book somewhere without using it. Once he got his hands on that money, he could move somewhere else entirely. Teppei was still acquainted with a few people from the gambling spot in Gogura. People who used to help out are still hanging around that area. They still owe him. They should at least let him crash there. It was great that Satoko takes care of all the chores around the house, but Teppei felt uncomfortable about being watched by both the school and the consultation center. Teppei, all too aware that he's a man of violence, couldn't stand living with Satoko without being violent towards her. The more he suffered, the stronger his urge to beat up Satoko grew. Since Teppei only knew joy through forcing others who resisted to submit, testing to see how violent he could be before the helpless Satoko resisted him was something he was excited to try eventually. Still upset over the visitation by the school teacher, Teppei promised himself that he would destroy Satoko's life before leaving the village. Jeez. So petty. Yeah, let's erase some of that. Chapter 6. I think we're only going to do one more chapter and then we're going to go to sleep. Let's just hope that it's not a 4-hour chapter. This is kind of dangerous because of, right, the chapter's going to be super long. Let's do like an hour and a half. That'll be the cutoff. Sorry for interrupting your lunchtime, but can I have your attention, please? The classmates looked at me with surprise. I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. I need to get their attention. You can listen while you eat. I want to talk about our classmate, Satoko Hojo. Everyone went quiet as soon as I brought up her name. They all knew how bad of a situation Satoko was in. Remembering what happened to her last year, they understood how critical it was that she get help as soon as possible. Everyone was thinking they wanted to save Satoko if they could, but they hadn't done anything because they didn't know what they alone could do. I don't think there's need for me to explain what's going on with her. As you all know, Satoko's been absent for 3 days in a row. It's been 3 days since she got kidnapped by her uncle. He called the school and told them that she still has a cold, but I don't believe that. She hasn't even visited the clinic in these past 3 days. Classmates, think about this logically for a moment. If she's really that sick, why would he not take her to the clinic for 3 whole days? It's hard to believe that she's been sick for that long, yeah? She might have the flu. But if that's the case, she should be seeing a doctor. The whole class agreed that it was a bit strange. Everyone had been thinking the same thing inside their hearts. However, no one had really come forward and talked about it. This is a good start. Just think about it. Satoko is the healthiest girl in this village. She won't even get sick after eating food that's past the expiry date. But now she has somehow got sick all of a sudden and missed school for 3 days? That's hard to believe, isn't it? The answer is simple. Her uncle is forcing her to stay home. We reported this case to the Child Consultation Center. However, they're putting it on hold. We went there, but all they told us was that they can't talk about it due to privacy reasons. What do you guys think about all this? I think it's wrong. We all know how her aunt and uncle were treating her last year. Besides, Satoko-chan was living happily with Rika-chan. It's wrong for him to force her to move out of there and keep her away from us. The sight of Rena letting her emotions speak for her, when she was normally so quiet, demonstrated most of all just how dire the situation was. Rena brought an intensity to this that I couldn't, since I often yelled and shouted about things. Are we just gonna leave things as they are? Satoko is our friend. She's our classmate. We spent time together in this small classroom, and we're like family to each other. We learned together, we played together, we ate together, and we fought each other at times. We spent so much time together that our relationship is as tight as a family's. She would neglect someone who's that precious to us? Raise your hand if you want to neglect her. I'm sure none of you want to do that. No way. You must help Satoko. Mutter, 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 mutter. The class was filled with commotion, which is exactly what I was looking for. The louder I talked, the louder my classmates got. They were getting all fired up. The more I let my true colors show, the greater everyone's emotions became as well. Our club is already making its move. We're trying to figure out how we can save her. Did you know that, Tomita-kun? No, that I did not. Let me tell you what our plan is. Don't worry, it's not something illegal. We're trying to fight, but without breaking the rules. In truth, nothing is more effective in society than taking an orthodox stand. Playing underhanded and striking by surprise may seem more effective, but that's as insignificant as a jack-in-the-box. A real orthodox attack can punch through anything. Yeah, I've heard that even in karate, a straightforward punch can deliver the greatest impact. When you think about the physics of it, it's only natural a straightforward, simple head-on strike would hold the most power. We're already doing the right thing by saving Satoko. Therefore, there's no need for us to do anything underhanded to accomplish that. We need to fight openly. So who? Who are we fighting against? That's a good question, Okamura-kun. This is a fight, true. However, we're not going to be violent with anyone. We're following the rules. This is the honest way to conduct a battle. Before we go any further, let me get back to just how we're going to save Satoko. This is the current situation. Satoko was there. Her uncle was locking her up inside the house. Apparently, she had no obvious injuries as of yesterday, but we don't know for sure if she hasn't gotten hurt since then. Besides, preventing her from going to school is already child abuse. Check this out. This is a brochure that Mion brought from the Child Consultation Center. It's written clearly in here. Keeping a child away from school is abuse. On top of that, her uncle left Satoko on her own for a year. That's considered neglect. Neglect also counts as abuse. However, the Child Consultation Center didn't even take that into consideration. They ignored the fact that he neglected her for 1 year, and they believe that she hasn't come to school because she's sick. They conclude that Satoko is not being abused because she had no obvious injuries at that point. What do all of you think? What do all of you think? Navarre-san, this is a blatant case of child abuse. Just because she doesn't have any injuries doesn't prove that she's not getting abused. I agree with him. How come they can't see it? It's so obvious. From what Mion's heard from inside their office, 2 or 3 days isn't enough time to determine if abuse has taken place or not. Apparently they can only recognize it as abuse after it's continued over several months or several years. She says they have to evaluate the situation very carefully. So, what do you all think about that? Do you think keeping Satoko in that house for several months is a good idea? No way! No way! Exactly. Absolutely no way. The Child Consultation Center has no idea how much danger Satoko is facing right now. They don't know how terrible it was for her last year. That's why they're just putting her case on hold. What would you do, Tomita-kun? Sir, I think the issue here is that the Child Consultation Center isn't grasping the urgency of her situation. I think someone needs to go there and explain to them how serious this is. Right. Might be routine for them to wait and see what happens. But in Satoko-chan's case, that's not applicable. Her uncle was abusing her last year too. He was taking out his stress on her. After the death of her aunt, he left Satoko-chan all alone, disappeared somewhere for an entire year. You know what? We even have information that he disappeared because he tried to move in with his lover in Okonomiya. What was Satoko doing while he left her? She was fortunate because Rika-chan offered her a place to stay. What if Rika-chan wasn't there for her? She'd have no choice but to try and survive on her own. Furthermore, we also know that he came back to Hinamizawa because his lover disappeared somewhere. In other words, she dumped him. He had no choice but to come back to Hinamizawa, and he forced Satoko to live with them again. Neighbors have seen her doing the laundry too. The reason he took Satoko with him is clear. He took her so she could work as a slave. How could anyone do something like that? Is there anyone in this classroom that would call such a rotten person a parent after he spent a full year playing around with his mistress only to come waltzing back and throwing his weight around? No way! Right, he's not her guardian, but the Child Consultation Center still calls him that. They claim that they'd have to go through the family court in order to take away his parental rights. Who has the right to decide whether he's good enough to be Satoko's guardian? Shouldn't be the court. Should be decided based on common sense. I can say that clearly. He is not Satoko's guardian. We need to make that clear to the Child Consultation Center. Child Consultation Center is the only organization that can help Satoko before she's physically abused. The police won't move unless it develops into a criminal case. But do you think that we're gonna wait until Satoko becomes a victim? We can't just sit around until that happens. That's why we're gonna make our move now. We hit the Okonomiya Child Consultation Center yesterday. This is what they wrote down after we did. 5 classmates of Satoko Hojo made a visitation to request her protection. Do you know what that means? 5 classmates are not enough. We need your help. We need all of you. This is your chance to do something meaningful in your life. If you don't help us, you're not our friends. All you have to do is support me. I will do all the talking, and our club members are going to do all the fighting. We just want you guys to support us. If that's not enough, feel free to join the fight. Let them know how the spirit of Kinamizawa Branch School. Mebara-kun, what is going on? Chie-sensei looked into the classroom, the commotion having attracted her attention. As soon as she tried to step inside the class, someone behind her stopped her. Principal? Miss Chie. I would like to have some tea. Would you make me a cup, please? It was a clear display of his intent not to disrupt Keiichi's speech. Are you sure? There are lots of young children in this class. If they all go to the Child Consultation Center, how can we explain it to their parents? Chie. Furude-san, what is going on here? Everyone's trying so hard for Satoko's sake. I can't do anything, so I need their help. But I can at least try to stop you from stopping them. She had never seen Rika staring at her with an expression like that. Hanyu? Hey Effie, can't hear you yet in a meeting. Oh, okay. She was surprised to see Rika looking so determined. Why would you want to stop them? Principal. This is splendid, isn't it? They should do what they can. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. I will take responsibility. The principal pounded his own chest. Chie-sensei couldn't object any longer. I understand. Please make sure that no one gets hurt. You all must follow the rules and mind your manners. You have to promise me that. Thank you very much. I'm proud of you, Miss Chie. My students are teaching me many lessons. Yes, I've made my decision. My students are like my own children. What mother wouldn't protect her own children? Alright, head back out as soon as you get home today. Meet us at the Okonomiya Library. The Child Consultation Center is on the first floor. Yeah! Wait. Chie-sensei. Sensei, are you gonna stop us? Certainly not. I surely understand your passion. I'm gonna support you as long as you follow the rules. Yeah! I'm coming with you to make sure you behave yourselves. Is that okay? Yeah! Alright, alright. Here we go, here we go. We're all getting fired up. We headed for the library as soon as we got back home from school. So let me move some things. I expected that few kids would show up, but surprisingly everyone came along. I could tell just how driven they were. It was also encouraging to have Chie-sensei there with us. I had to admit, I had been feeling a bit guilty for dragging everyone to the consultation center. But as long as Chie-sensei was with us, I didn't need to feel that guilt. Mebara-san, please come to the counter. Hello, I'm Mebara. How can we help you today? As I wrote in the registration form, I came to tell you about the danger Satoko Hojo is in. How many of you are here today? And how are you all related to her? We're Satoko's classmates, and her teacher. There are 27 of us. Well, our consultation room is not very large. Can we ask just a few people to come inside as representatives? Then shouldn't you prepare a bigger room, like a meeting room? I believe you should be arranging a room for us, not asking us to adjust it to yours. Please, just give us a moment. The receptionist seemed troubled. She told us to head back to our seats and started to make a phone call with someone. Good job, Rena-san. I consider myself a pro, and even I thought that threat was perfectly timed. How are you trying to compliment me? Rena is good at reading other people's minds. Sometimes she can use that talent against the enemy to intimidate them. A strange atmosphere permeated the office. It must have been the first time the whole class had visited on the behalf of one child. It was as though we were here for a school trip. Well, hello. I'm Harayama, the manager of the center. Please take a seat. Sorry for bringing the whole class to your office. I'm Chie from the Hidamzoa branch school. We're here to talk with you today. They were treating us so differently now that we had 5 times as many kids, plus 1 adult. Instead of that small consultation room, they took us to a big meeting hall. On top of that, the manager was there, alongside the lady from yesterday. I'll let Mibara-kun do the talking. Chie-sensei sat down at the far end of the table. She was just here to look after us. Besides, like I said, we were the ones who were going to fight. It was fine if Chie-sensei just stayed there and watched us quietly. I'm Keiichi Mibara. Nice to meet you. Well, I've heard that yesterday you visited us with 5 of your friends to present your valuable thoughts to us on Satoko Hojo-san's case. Are you here on a different matter today? I hadn't expected that they would start the conversation. What were they thinking? I don't like how ambiguous this feels. It feels like they're debating how to move, unsure if the fault lies with us or not. Kei-chan, you should clearly tell them why we came here. Let them know that they're in the wrong. My friends were analyzing the situation behind me. I felt like I was having a meeting with the president of a foreign country. Actually, that wasn't far from the truth. I was sort of the prime minister. I was representing the whole class. I need to be polite, but stern. Alright, let's attack from this angle then. Kei-chan, tell them something like this. Got it? Mion gave me her attack plan. This really is how Mion operates best. If she's weak on defense, then I can bear the brunt with impudence, while Mion issues perfect orders from behind. I took my friend's analysis and advice in consideration and calmly opened my mouth. No, first, let me confirm something with you. We come here today to make sure what we came to convey yesterday was properly conveyed to you. So I apologize if this seems rude, but could you please tell us how much you grasped from our conversation yesterday? It's alright if that just means reading a memo out loud. It became quiet for a second. Might have only been a short time, but the silence felt much longer than that. I could see the manager's expression turning serious. He thought he was just dealing with a social studies class, but suddenly his response changed to that of one dealing with a protest group of local citizens. From my understanding, we've acknowledged that you came to appeal that Satoko Hojo-san is in an extreme situation meriting temporary protection from our agency, that we should expedite our response. I believe that our staff at the time explained that we are not taking her situation lightly, and are currently discussing the appropriate measures. So taking into consideration the fact that Satoko Hojo was suffering abuse from her uncle at this time last year, you still believe an urgent response is unnecessary? Well, our organization has no confirmed records that Teppei Hojo-san was administering abuse at this time last year. Mutter, 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 mutter. What? What the hell are you guys doing last year? She was being abused by both her aunt and uncle. Please don't tell us that you were only aware about the abuse from her aunt. Normally we don't talk about such private affairs, but under these special circumstances, I think it's acceptable to say. We are aware that there was trouble between Satoko-san and her aunt, Tamei-san. However, we have no record showing that her uncle was also involved in the abuse. In fact, when we interviewed her neighbors, several mentioned Tamei-san's slight hysteric tendencies, but none ever brought up the name of her uncle, Teppei-san. We believe that simply because his abuse didn't stand out under the shadow of her aunt's especially vicious nature. We do not believe that constitutes evidence that her uncle was not abusing her as well. I see. So you claim there was a likelihood that Teppei-san also inflicted abuse on the child at this time last year? The manager and the staff beside him jotted that down with a pen, as if to show that that was their first time hearing the information. This is why we came here today. We believe the Child Consultation Center doesn't have a proper understanding of her present situation. We believe you should be able to see how urgent the case is once you fully understand it. I see. I'm taking that into consideration. Please, allow us to do a more thorough investigation into Tepe-san. So let me check something. We mentioned this yesterday as well, but our uncle had abandoned his responsibilities as guardian for over a year. We received no response to this information yesterday, but what is your organization's opinion on this matter? Of course, our office is aware that Tepe-san was absent from his residence for a year. We have interviewed him on that matter. So what was his excuse? I mean, you can't talk about it for privacy reasons, but if it convinced all of you, it must have justified leaving her alone for a whole year, right? If you believe living with his mistress at Nokonomiya is sufficient reason for abandoning his responsibility for a full year, then we would like you to receive that in writing. No, is that what happened? He explained to us that he was forced to work away from home in order to raise Hitoko-san. So this is our first time hearing that. What the hell? They just believe that crap? If it's your first time hearing that, then you should also know Hitoko has been absent from school 3 days in a row now. Well, I contacted the school yesterday to say she had a cold. The only hospital in the village, the UDA clinic, has no records of her being examined. What do you believe the proper response is for a guardian who refuses to take a child to the hospital when she's been bedridden with illness for 3 days in a row? Well, we confirmed that she was absent 1 day, but 3 days in a row is news to us as well. However, our social worker met directly with Hitoko-san and confirmed that the child in question denies the occurrence of abuse. When we asked if she wished to continue living with Tepe-san, she answered in the affirmative. So there's no abuse as long as she says so? That's one of the more difficult aspects. Whether the child herself feels she is suffering abuse or not is a very important factor. It's much like the definition of bullying. While the bully may not believe they are bullying, it's bullying if the recipient and believes it is. So you can't do anything unless she admits that she's being abused and seeks your help herself? No, that's not quite how it works. Our organization investigates the child's environment, and we find any problem that might harm their lifestyle, we take appropriate action to protect them. However, we don't believe Hitoko-san's case has reached that level of danger at present. No urgency at this point. That was exactly how the Child Consultation Center felt about Hitoko's case. Our classmates who had been watching the discussion burst into an uproar. How can you say something like that? What makes you believe that she's not in danger? First of all, Hitoko-san denies the abuse. Not only that, she had no visible injuries either. Also, she was being provided with shelter, food, and clothes. You can't say that Tepe-san is not taking responsibility as her guardian. Both of them seem to have no complaints about their current living arrangements. We believe that we do need to further discuss Tepe-san's past. But unfortunately, we also believe that you and your friends are overreacting to this situation. Overreacting? Calm down, Keiichi-kun. Let's not take it too personally. Damn it, why are they treating us like this? They think that we're only acting this way based on what happened last year. I see. Consultation Center was assuming that last year's cases were two separate issues. On top of that, Hitoko is denying the abuse entirely. Doing the Effie alert, JP? Don't tell Effie I said that, or she'll be mad at me. Okay. I don't think she'll be mad. But yeah, thanks for the alert, Gus. I finally got to one of your streams. Hey, Yelling Goat. How's it going? No one out pizzas the hut. It's been a while. But I guess, this is why we're streaming at like different hours, you know? Then we've been doing midnight streams, early morning streams. It's all over the place, but we're here now. Yeah, how's it going? Tepe-san regrets the fact that he had to leave Hitoko-san alone because of having to work for her sake. He promised that he would stay with her from now on and raise her lovingly. Bang. I heard a loud noise. Someone just pounded the table. Everyone, including the manager, was startled. I figured it must have been Shion, but... Oh shit. It was Rena. Whoa, her face had turned as furious as demons. It's best for a child to live with their parents. There are things you can only learn from the love of your family. We've heard that Hitoko-san was living with another minor for the past year, and has not been living under any adult. This could greatly harm her future as she is a sensitive, growing child. I'm sure that in your friendship with her, you all believe she may be happiest that way, But could you please give Satoko and San and Teppei-san the opportunity to restart their new life as uncle and niece and watch over them kindly? But weren't you listening to any of the things we said? You're saying that you're not going to help her unless Satoko asks for your help. How is she supposed to seek help if she's being locked inside her house? She can't even go outside or make a phone call. How can she seek help? We came here in her stead because she can't be here herself. But you're not even willing to listen to us. That's not what we're trying to say. Well, remember that over 20 of her classmates visits. We will remember that over 20 of her classmates visits to talk about Satoko-san's case. We'll take what happened today in consideration when we make further decisions about her case. Advice Simulator 2020. Pretty much. When are you gonna make the decision? Can you guarantee us that Satoko-chan won't get hurt before that decision is made? If something happens to her, will you take responsibility? If she gets even a single bruise on her body, you're in huge trouble. It's great that Rena gave that face, but it's like for good cause. Shion-san, that's enough. Please, tell us when you'll make that decision. That's right. How long is it going to take you? Like I said, we need to take the matter seriously and make a careful decision. In order to do so, we will continue to meet with the two of them and investigate so that her and her father, I mean her uncle, can have a better relationship. Please wait and see what happens for a while. We ask you to do so for her sake. So that's your response. You're saying that it isn't urgent, even though we came here to tell you that it is. I was starting to get lost in what they were trying to say, but Rena's words made me realize everything. We came here to tell them that they need to protect her right away, but they clearly told us that they didn't see any reason to do so. We understand there may be a reason for urgency. We'll take your opinion into consideration and make our decision. Hope that will satisfy you. At first glance, it sounded like they were speaking humbly, but our insistence of the urgency of the Satoko situation was spinning their wheels. They had no intention of meeting us halfway. Right, they are officials. Plus, they have authority that can change the life of an individual like Satoko. Considering that, being a little overcautious and carefully deliberating matters wasn't the wrong response for them, and I would have understood that if this wasn't so personal. But in reality, Satoko had no time to spare. You could see that, because we understood everything. We knew how Satoko would reject me after I rubbed her head because of the horrible abuse she got from her uncle. That nightmare will come true in just a few days. What is happening? What is this game? I'm confused. So child abuse is going on, and all her classmates are like, no, that's wrong. I mean, naturally. But they're pleading their case to the social workers, so that way they can do something to stop the abuse from happening. This is a horror game. It's a mystery novel, visual novel, and we're on chapter 7 of an 8-chapter series. So it's a good story. Highly recommend it. Chapter 1 is free on Steam if you want to check it out. Highly recommend it. But yeah, this is Higurashi, When They Cry. Yeah, how's it going, young goat? That's darker than I thought. Jesus, yeah, just a little bit. It's not all cutesy. But that's why there's the horror tag on Steam. Lets you know. Hey, it's not all fun and games. In that nightmare, I knew that I should save her, but I just wasted my time. I wasn't gonna make the same mistake. I had to make a move immediately. Mibara-kun, did you say everything that you wanted to? Yes. That's it for today. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. Everyone, please bow to them. Class President, will you take the lead? Thank you very much. Now, thank you for your valuable opinions. So what are they going to do? Okay, we're back in the village. Thank you, everyone. Be careful on your way home. We all came back to Yamazawa together, and it was time for us to part. As the class president, Mion gave everyone notice we were dismissed. However, everyone stuck around to talk about what happened today. We came back to Namizawa on our bikes, so we didn't really get to talk with each other. Now that we'd gotten off of them, we finally got to say what we wanted. This is the first time that everyone in the class had gotten together and fought for someone like this. What was it, 25 students? It reminds me of the dam conflict. Everyone's feelings are united. That's true. None of these kids participated in the conflict, even though they might remember it from when they were a baby. What we did today was more polite than what they did in the dam conflict. No one is bleeding. There are no bombs or riot police. Unity is the best thing about Hinamizawa. I haven't read this much in the last month. Yeah, it's definitely the most I've read in a while. I can't remember the last book I read, but you know, it's fun. It's a new experience. Before this we were playing Ninja Gaiden 2, and then we were like, yeah, let's play something else. Let's play something new. It also helped that this was on sale. Well, not this game, but other visual novels were on sale. So I wanted to start with this series. It's been a fun month. It's been, how many days? What's today? May 26th? I think we started back on May 5th. So it's been like 20 days. It's been fun. Unity is the best thing about Hinamizawa. That's true. Actually, wait, maybe even earlier. I think it was like maybe May 2nd. Because April 28th is when we did Asura's Wrath. Right. It's around there. Thereabout. That's true. This old man's blood is boiling for the first time in a while. The people of Hinamizawa all got together to fight against the dam project. Everyone working together as a team means a lot to the villagers here. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 should do so. If there are 4, then 8. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. What's that? A figure of speech? Something that our grandma used to say. She was trying to tell the villagers to band together and fight. When there's one enemy, 2 should fight together, and when there are 1,000, the whole village should fight together. You see, she wanted the villagers to unite and defeat their enemies. It means more than that. Uniting to fight together is one thing, but it also means the whole village should unite and fight for the sake of an individual. Its real meaning is that everyone should share that individual's pain, sympathize with them, and fight for them too. Wow, that sounds very similar to what's happening right now. In other words, the battle that we're fighting now represents Hinamizawa as a whole. I see. Everyone supported me not because they were impressed by my speech, but because it's their nature to unite like that. Classmates were all still sticking around discussing the issues surrounding Sotoko. For some of them, this is like a return of the dam conflict, and also a big chance for those who never experienced it. It almost felt like a festival. Most of them thought that we didn't make much progress today, though. Ebara-san! So their conclusion is that they're not going to save Hojo-san, right? Their answer wasn't that bad, but you're right in the sense that they'll watch her suffer. I live close to him, so I know what kind of guy that uncle is. He's not normal. We figured out that the people at the Child Consultation Center don't understand anything. But we just can't give up after today either. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun seemed serious. They weren't just supporting me. They wanted to make a move themselves. We're gonna have to work hard to save Hojo-san. Yeah, I agree. It's hard to believe that these are the same innocent kids who are always running around the school. I'm really happy to see them so motivated. Of course we are. Sotoko's our friend. We're gonna save her. So please, lend us your support again. No, Meibara-san. This is our responsibility as your classmates. We're not fighting because you're asking us to. We're doing this because we want to. I'm impressed to hear that from you, Tomita-kun. Shall we go there again tomorrow? I don't think we should take any days off. Consistency is important. I agree with Renaissance. But it's only going to end with the same result if we go there with the same people again. I think today was more effective because we were there with more people. Then shall we go there with even more people tomorrow, shall we? And I turned back towards everyone as she spoke. We all understood what she was trying to say. The parents. Not all children from Hinamizawa go to the Hinamizawa branch school. Around half of them go to the school in Okunomiya. Those children are not our classmates, but they're still our friends from around the neighborhood. Hinamizawa is a small village, after all. They know Satoko as well as we do, and they also know what's going on with her right now. The rumors spread at the speed of light in Hinamizawa. I can tell that by now, everyone in the village knows about my embarrassing history of undergoing punishments. I'll talk to Daisuke when I go home. I bet he'd come with us. I'll call my friends when I get back home too. The school in Okunomiya isn't that far from the library. That's a good idea. I'll try and get more people too. This is turning out well. I think we can get at least 10 more people on our side. I'll try reaching out to a few of the old members of the kids club too. I think we can get at least 3 of them to come with us. I'll ask my friends from the cram school too. But none of them know about Satoko or her situation. They're just friends of mine, so it'll only be about 4 people. Do you think it might be difficult to get other adults involved? Well, the people on the town council don't want to have anything to do with the Hojo family because of what happened during the dam conflict. How about older people? Can't you get old people on our side, Rika-chan? Older people are bitter towards Satoko. People who believe in the curse of Oshiro-sama really think that the Hojo family deserves what they get. So we can only get more children, but no adults. How many of us will there be? At this rate, there are going to be about 17 more children. I don't know if they will all make it, but hopefully there will be more than 40 of us. 40 people? I'm impressed, Keiichi. You think 40 is enough, Rika-chan? What? I grinned and tapped Rika-chan's chest. It's not enough. 40 is not enough to knock out those stubborn people. We need at least 20 more. I'm sure 60 people would intimidate them. But where can we get that much help? You have no idea. My name is Keiichi Meibara. If I say I'm going to accomplish something, I will. I have unlocked a random emote. Nice. We have the others available through BTTV. The ultimate power. Let's see. We've got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and there. You should probably put that as a quote, just to like have that show off. So that's the whole story, Kameda-kun. We're gonna launch our 3rd attack tomorrow evening. Will you help us? I don't want to reject your request, Kay. Make that jumbo parfait together. That was our vow as sworn brothers. I want to help you, Kay. But tomorrow is not a good day. What? Why is that, Kameda? You can't lend a hand to this poor, innocent girl? Where's your pride as the 2-dimensional warrior? You deserve a beating. Clench those teeth! If I had money to spare, I would sub, but sadly I did not. It's all good. I appreciate the thought, though. Wait a minute, Kei-san, please listen to me. I would help her if it wasn't tomorrow. Of course I love... What? Well, that's gotta be flat-chested. But what's the other word? Schoolmates. Normally I'd be happy to even lick Satoko-chan's socks. but I just can't tomorrow. You bastard. Tell me, Kameda. I'll knock at least 3 of your teeth out, even if you can't make it because of your parents' funeral. Jesus. I can't come tomorrow because... tomorrow is the Desert Fiesta here at Angelmore. It's on a Thursday. What did you say? Why are they playing that sound effect? It's the Desert Fiesta, Kei-san. It's the Desert Fiesta of Angel Mort. It gets bonus points for using the hiragana for Fiesta. I actually won an admission ticket. Not gonna invite anyone but you. Let's go and pig out on those sweet girls. I mean, cakes. No, wait. Did he do it? Oh shit, I missed it. Hold on. Let me mute real quick. They're multiplying. Oh man. The number grows. So I guess my Chromebook's dying. I mean, we've had it since last summer, I guess. It looks like it's dying. Because I don't know why the power cord's like it just shut off randomly. Hold on, I have to put the password in again. So that's great. But yeah, Babby beat Pantheon 5. So that's crazy. I missed it. I wanted to show up. I wanted to be there, but I was caught up in the moment. Whoops. That's fine. What was that going for? Oh right. It's one of those. Okay. So let me mute while I put in the password. Alright, password implemented. Well, he did it, but man, that's unfortunate. Every 2 hours or so I like to take a 5-minute beer bee. This lets me get some stretches in, drink some water, get a refill, and snack on smooth. Thank you for understanding. Just copy pasting. Oh man. 9 out of 10 for Hollow Knight? I'll have to look at his review later. Still, that's a little hyper wowy because he beat it so fast. But whatever. At least it's free. It's done. He's done it. By God, he did it. So yeah, let me just reset my my lurks, my tabs, and we'll get going. How's it going, young goat? Hope all is well. It's been a while, right? I think we were playing Kingdom Hearts last time when he stopped by. Okay, so it's that tab. I wonder how effective me tossing up these slurps is. I mean, we get channel points, sure. But does it contribute to the stats? Just not sure. Yeah, it's weird though. I don't know why it died. Like, I didn't move, but then I got the type. Yeah, I don't know. It's odd. Okay. I think we're back. Are we back? Kind of back. Let me check something real quick also. Separate from the Google Chrome. So yeah, one moment. Alright, I think we're good. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Check Discord real quick. I think I should leave this Discord. Or just not. Or like mute it. Maybe. I don't know. Mute it unless mentioned. Maybe. That's fine. Anyways, I think we're good. Let's see what Babby's doing now. Is he still playing? Still playing? Okay. I think we're good. Alright. See, beating up Kameda-kun. Yeah! Please, K-san. I will help you the day after tomorrow. So please, let me go to the fiesta tomorrow. Please, I'm begging you. Keiichi-kun, I think you should let him go for tomorrow. No, I can't. Can't let him go. Kameda, you've dared to weigh cakes against a real little girl. You only gain the right to eat cake when you can save the girl. For starters, you don't have any understanding of how good Satoko is. Listen, Satoko's charm is that which seems soon at first glance, but as you set out for flags, she grows dere. She's a classic tsundere. Dere. You should understand that the greatest appeal of a tsundere lies in the gap between her tsun and dere. Normally, she's all tsun without an ounce of eroticism, but once you flip her switch, suddenly she's the dere. That gap between her on-off states is her charm. She's just like the first and last half of Higurashi's plot itself. In other words, Satoko is the true Miss Higurashi. Alright, this is too meta. On top of that, she has added spice of the little sister element that's growing standard now, as well as being the Soke. She's the new generation of heroine with a perfect level of rebellious spirit, making her grand descent into this world overflowing with romantically dependent heroines. You want to know how amazing her advent is? She's as incredible as a blonde princess alighting in an open field, but she's not a goddess, so please don't go spouting upload, or pass please. If you can't understand her appeal, then where's your pride as a 2D warrior? What? Would you dare to say you're moving to fake 3D now with the increase in polygon count? You're a century too early. Our progenitors from the age when the heroines were displayed in 256 with 8 colors. They found love and moe there. Okay. You know, you gotta check the log. With 8 colors, they found love and moe there, evolving their emotions to an even higher dimension. None of that was to escape into the 2D world. It was an evolution of love derived from the love of real women. The statue of Venus and the Mona Lisa are all the epitome of our progenitors' feelings of moe. By the way, I think the girl with the fewest pixels was Kei from Draga? Young people nowadays probably can't even tell that she's a girl. Oh, by the way, the Princess of Dragon Buster was also amazing. She was wearing a short skirt and crown, and she had a... okay, hold on. Dragon Buster was also amazing. She was wearing a short skirt and a crown, she had a scepter. She even changed into a swoop suit and a bunny girl outfit. Am I the only one? Yes, we are 2D's warriors searching the truth behind those walls of pixels and polygons, seeking their true forms. So how could you say you could choose those pixels and polygons over a real live little girl that exists without those walls between you? That proves you've lost sight of your goal and settled for hash measures. 2D warriors do not deny 3D. They're a new generation of 3D warriors who love... Okay. Anyway, all I want to say is this. Which console is gonna get Resident Evil and Metal Gear? By the way, the new Dead or Alive is coming out too, right? Is it true that Zack is made out of the same number of polygons as the female? Okay, let's go back. Okay. Am I the only one who thinks that she's the oldest cosplaying heroine in the history of Japanese arcade games? It's amazing that I was able to play those games for only 50 yen, but remember, we found our feelings of Moe and the beautiful girls that live beyond the 16x6 pixel art. Yes, we 2D or search for the truth behind those walls of pixels. About those walls beneath this that proves you've lost. I'm sorry I was wrong. Wait, where's the Metal Gear talk? Shit, did I skip it? I need to go back. What was I thinking? What have I done? It's okay, Kameda. Mistakes are there so you can realize you made them. You just realized your mistake and became a better man. Take my hand. The door to the next millennium is right in front of you. Shit, it's not even it's not even loading. Wait, did it load? Susan's in Vera, that's why Microsoft named their console Xbox 360. Where's the Metal Gear talk though? Is that after the PlayStation? Hold on. Keiichi-kun and Kameda seem to be having lots of fun. I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, yeah. So too. Okay. Seem to be having lots of fun. I have no idea what they're talking about. Don't bother. Don't bother. I got it, Kay. In my honor as a man, I will help you save that girl. They have desert fiestas 4 times a year. So what if I miss one of them? It's not a big deal. I think it's not. Okay. Now we're good. That proves you've lost sight of your goal and settled for half measures. 2D warriors not denied 3D. They're a new generation of 3D warriors who live 3D even more, trying to express the detail through 2D symbols. Though calling it 2D is bad when it's elevated above 3D. You may get confused because 2 sounds inferior. That's why Microsoft named their console Xbox 360, because Xbox 2 would sound inferior to PlayStation 3. Anyway, all I want to say is this. Which console is going to get Resident Evil and Metal Gear? By the way, the new Dead or Alive is coming out too, right? Is it true that Zack is made out of the same number of polygons as the female character's breast? Anyways, forget about that and buckle down and save a real little girl. Kameda! Sorry, I was wrong. What was I thinking? 6 are there. So you realize you made them. Take my hand the next... Oh wait. I think that's part of the same thing, right? Sorry, I was wrong. What was I thinking? What have I done? It's okay, Kameda. Mistakes are there so you can realize you made them. Just realize your mistake and became a better man. Take my hand. The door to the next millennium is right in front of you. Got it, Kay. On my honor as a man, I will help you save that girl. They have desert fiestas 4 times a year, so what if I miss one of them? It's not a big deal. Seems so down. Neat. Okay, alright. Now we're caught up. Didn't realize it would work like that for the scroll. And alright. By the way, Mion, you said you were going to give me 3 years worth of Desert Fiesta admissions as a reward for the auction, right? I'll give you 1 year admission if you help me, Kameda-kun. No thank you, Kay. I'm a man. I'd be ashamed of myself if I was saving this girl because I was getting a reward. Shi-chan, do you think we can do something for him? Do you? How about this? I'll remove his name from the blacklist. Blacklist? What's that? Normal customers don't know about this, huh? There are customers that cause trouble in this restaurant sometimes. Whenever they do something wrong, their name gets written on the blacklist. Once their name gets written down enough times, they're no longer allowed to enter the restaurant. Stop it now, I'm an ancient war master. I would never behave so unmannered as to get myself on such a blacklist. You touched the waitress improperly twice, called a waitress just to talk with her, and sold tickets outside of the restaurant. You'll be forbidden from entering after 1 more transgression. No way! I can't believe this. That's horrible. If I can't come to Angel Mort, I'll have no reason to live. However, I'm impressed that you're so willing to save Satoko. I'll erase your name from this list as a reward. Thank you so much, thank you so much. Hey, Michan, does that blacklist really exist? This old man has no idea. Kameda-kun, thank you. Let me know if you can't get a ticket for the next Desert Fiesta. I'll invite you. K. Hug. We reaffirmed our strong friendship. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll bring my baseball team members with me. Should be able to get at least 10 people. Sounds like her uncle is a really crazy guy. Wouldn't it be faster to just kick his ass rather than going to the child consultation center? We can't do that, otherwise he'd take revenge on Satoko-chan. I see. Of course we can't commit murder either. Alright, let's do it the right way. We don't want to get arrested by the police. 10 people is still not enough. Do you think you can get more people from somewhere? Heh. Need more people, huh? Let me take care of it. Made a grin at me, then suddenly stood up and shouted. Hey, you guys, you heard everything, didn't you? For those who have a ticket for tomorrow, I'm not gonna force you, but if you're free, give us a hand. Everyone in the restaurant looked at him. There are a lot of people around. The Desert Fiesta is tomorrow, so shouldn't today have been just a normal day? You're not wrong, but the people who missed out on tickets for the Desert Fiesta are here today. All these guys are regulars. I don't know their names, but we see each other all the time in this restaurant. What did you think about his story, guys? Hey, Mr. Wu. How's it going? I can't do it. You guys, you just watched that episode? Oh, man. It's so good. Good old Kaguya. The longer I listen to it, the more upset I get. Isn't that right, my comrades? Locking a real girl up. I want to do that. I mean, I can't allow that to continue. Punish any guy who can't be nice to a girl. He can do it in his imagination, but it's unacceptable in the real world. Tell us to come with you, Kay. We admire your hunger. The Okonomiya Squadron is prepared to enact a rescue operation. Please give us the order to attack. This is Operation Satoko. The mission starts tomorrow evening. Make sure your clock is on time and your will is written. This may be the day you die. Alright. I'm sorry, you guys. Thank you for your help. You don't even know her. You can't abandon her just because of a tiny thing like that. Besides, we know very much about Princess Satoko. My fellows and I enjoy indulging in the warm sentiments that fill our hearts when the young lady fails to notice a bit of cream stuck to her chin. Therefore, this is a personal matter for us as well. Jesus. I'm doing good. Watched it earlier today, but yeah. Can't wait for the remaining episodes to come out, right? So you're all caught up? Because that was what, episode 4? I think it was episode 4. Yeah, we just watched episode 5. I mean, I'm all caught up. Watching it with my boy, and he's on episode 5. So yeah, 5 more episodes. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna rely on you. You need to back me up, okay? Be ready to fight tomorrow evening. Yeah! K. Well, I mean, when you do it like that, then you know. I wasn't even thinking about that. Keiichi-kun is such a popular guy. He's popular with the town council too. Seems to be popular in the most unexpected places. Lots of other people seem to respect him too. That's an unfortunate chanting. Some of the waitresses here are also concerned about Satoko. They said they want to come and support us when they're off. Wow. Guess we have about 60 people now. Might get even more than that. So, is this the power to defeat fate? Episode 7 is still premium exclusive, but pretty much caught up. Okay, so you haven't seen 7. Let's see. There's premium exclusive on Funimation? That's weird. It's weird that they would hold that off. Also, hold on. I got a text. Oh, I got a text as soon as it happened. I see. Let's see. It's a lot of messages. Okay, we're all caught up. Power to defeat fate. Oh, it is this. There's the intermission. That's weird that they would, because right, it's on Funimation. That's weird that they would have blocked that off. No simulcast. Well, I guess simulcast, but you have to pay for it. That's weird. That night, I attended a meeting for the Watanagashi Festival Committee. Everyone assembled at the meeting room in the Furude Shrine. I'd seen the building a few times, but I hadn't actually been inside before. There are pictures depicting the history of the dam conflict on the wall. According to Mion, this assembly building had been used as a headquarters of dam protests back in the day. There was a huge flag that said Onigafuchi Guardians hanging on the wall. People had written messages on it. I would assume it would be accessed sometime when episode 8 comes out. Right. Still, that feels weird, man. But, yeah. I've been called to the meeting so I could introduce myself. Well, I've been chosen to be the host of the auction several days ago. This is my first time actually attending a meeting. There were about 30 committee members in the room. My dad and I were introduced to them. Since I'm still a minor, I had to bring them along with me. I've often heard the term parental rights recently because of the Toka situation. Because of that, I've been thinking about the relationship between me and my dad. The Mibara family is a pretty happy one, I think. I'm blessed to have parents like them. Hello, I'm Keiichi Mibara. This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm very nervous. But I'll do my best. Hear, hear. You do your best, young man. Their friendly smiles and applause made me realize again how welcoming people are in this village. I felt pressured as I thought about how big of a responsibility I was going to undertake at the festival. Since I looked so nervous, the leaders of the committee all came up to me and said that I could just act natural and do my thing. Thank you for offering my son such an important position. Sorry that I'm unable to participate in council activities due to my job, but I'll do what I can to support my son. Clap, 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 clap. My dad must be used to making speeches. Anyways, I started a new series as well, that being Reincarnated as a Slime. Nice. Enjoy it. I forget when they said that season 2 is going to come out. Because I don't know if it was July, or if it got delayed to October. Pretty sure that's coming out this year, though. Wait, wasn't it? I thought they had, like, information on what was going to be covered this season. But anyways, yeah. Enjoy Reincarnated as a Slime. Let me know what you think. It's definitely one of my recent favorites. In between, waiting for ReZero. Man. So many shows. Need Mob Psycho Season 3. I need Attack on Titan Season 4. One Punch Man. Well, if they can get, I don't know, a better studio. I guess it's not the studio. Well, I mean, it is kind of, right? It's about the people that work on it. But anyways, yeah, enjoy Reincarnated as a Slime. Alright then, break up into groups and start the meeting. Even then, I haven't really watched anything, so should I really... I guess I'm not really worried about watching stuff. Except for, like, the seasonal shows that I do watch. Because I haven't even started Anohana yet. It's been, like, what, a month or two since we started talking about that. So, yeah, we're not watching things currently, besides Kaguya, and I guess Shield tomorrow, yeah. I remember seeing a clip of it all the way back when it came out, and back when I wasn't really into anime. Ah, okay. So yeah, that was what, last year? And you got into anime, and you just got into anime last year, I think. Or something. Wait, what was it, 2018? It couldn't have been. No. Right? No, couldn't have been. Not 2018. I don't know. Lost track. Yeah, because last year was Kaguya and Attack on Titan. And then Demon Slayer. Wait, Demon Slayer was last year? No, it was this year, right? Now I'm losing track. Anyways, we're fine. Break up into groups and start the meeting. It's gonna last until 8:50 p.m. Please begin your discussions as soon as you can. Festival committee can be broken up in different teams, like General Affairs team, Construction team, a Refreshment booth team, and a Ceremony team. It came out in 2018? No. That's too weird. I'm losing track of the days when things came out. Man, anyways. So that means Goblin Slayer was 2018. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. What is going on? Festival committee can be broken up in different teams, like a General Affairs team, a Construction team, a Refreshment booth team, and a Ceremony team. Right, yeah, it did. Yeah, Goblin Slayer did come out in 2018, because I were making the jokes about the goblins. Anyways, okay. Oh man, each team has separate meetings. My dad and I were told to join the event team. But after all, we joined toward the end without knowing anything. The festival is next Sunday, too. Didn't understand anything they were saying, and I couldn't even express any opinions anyway. Nodding and pretending to participate in the proceedings was the most we could do. Man, it feels weird. Near the end, I finally got the information about the auction I needed. I found out what time I was supposed to be backstage, and other stuff about my job like that. They asked me what I was going to wear, and I stopped short. I thought I could just wear my regular clothes, but they suggested that I should wear something more flashy, since I was the host of the event. But I don't have any clothes like that. How about a suit with a bow tie? That would make you look like a real MC. A bow tie? That's so embarrassing. Why wear something more casual than that? How's the meeting going, Kei-chan? What you talking about? They're talking about what he's gonna wear during the auction. If you don't have anything flashy to wear, I can get you something like that. Really? Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Keiichi's father. Keiichi's father. Dad. I don't trust him to get me proper clothes. I'm sure he won't get me anything for men. The bow tie is fine. I'll just wear that. By the way, when you said you were watching S.H.I.E.L.D., do you mean that Hulu series or S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero? Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Not S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. Sorry. Wait, there's a Hulu series called S.H.I.E.L.D.? Or is that the FX old show, S.H.I.E.L.D.? The S.H.I.E.L.D. What was his name? Mackie? Not Mackie. It was the guy who played the Thing in Fantastic Four. Now I'm drawing a blank. I guess that makes sense. The S.H.I.E.L.D. would be on Hulu, right? Because Hulu got FX's library recently. Yeah, I'm talking about Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. How it's not even popping up on it for the first search. 2010 series? No. S.H.I.E.L.D. FX. The S.H.I.E.L.D. That's 2002. Jeez. Where's the cast? Michael Chiklis. Right. That's what it was. Premise. Vic Mackey. Right. That's what it was. Okay. I had the idea. The idea was in the brain. If I didn't compromise on that, PTA and Mion would try and make me wear something outrageous. She'd also want me to wear women's clothes. You're part of the committee too, huh? Which team are you on? He's on the General Affairs team, where he's in charge of First Aid. Well, we always ask for his help, since he's a doctor and all. All I have to do is give band-aids to people who trip and fall. It's an easy job, for the most part, just drinking beer under the main tent. It's nothing compared to your work, Mibar-san. Looking forward to it. Yeah, ha ha ha. I'm gonna drink barley tea with him too. Ipa! You absolutely cannot, Furude-san. Oh, good evening, Mibara-kun. Nice to see you too, Mibara-san. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for being so nice to my son all the time. Mibara-kun, are you ready for the auction? Looking forward to seeing your show. Felt weird to see Chie-sensei and the principal outside of school. Rika-chan, you're performing a dance at the festival, right? Heard it's right after my show. Looking forward to it. It's a traditional ceremony that she's performing. I'm sure you're nervous about it, huh? How do you feel this year? I'm used to it now, so I'm fine. You've only done it once last year, but you're already used to it? I'm impressed. Because she's done it 100 times. Mibara-san! It's been a while. Oh, Uishi-san. It's nice to see you. Have you been practicing the Tsubame Gaishi? Oh yeah, we did see the video. That was like, I couldn't understand, even with the video. Fufu. It's so fast. But yeah, he did. So he does it with the regular tiles, and then he does it with Chinese tiles. It's so bizarre. We should play together. Yeah, the tiles do look nice for Mahjong. It won't get better unless you play every day, you know? Anyway, one more thing before I head out. Thought, you know, I might be getting Persona 5 Royal for my birthday in 6 months. Nice. I haven't played it. I don't know anything about it. I saw a little bit of it, the intro, because Quinn was playing it. And I immediately yeeted because I saw something I didn't expect. So, yeah, have fun. Have you played Persona 5, the original? Or this will be your first experience? Which I guess it's okay that this will be your first experience with it. Right, because it's Persona 5, but with additions. It's like a final mix version of it, I suppose. You could see it like that. Yeah, let me know what you think when you play it. Well, actually don't. Not if I haven't played it by then. I probably won't. 6 months? Today's May, so November. November, December. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have played it. But then again, I didn't foresee playing a visual novel, so, you know, anything's possible. See what happens. You know how to play Mahjong, Mibara-kun? Oh, he knows how to play, doesn't he? Foo. He's a pretty good player, too. Perhaps we really should start playing Mahjong in our club now. We should go and crush every Mahjong parlor in the city. Uishi-san thinks I'm an experienced player since I was practicing Tsubame Gaishi the other day. Why do people misunderstand me all the time? By the way, Mibara-kun, I heard about that case. What case? About what you're planning to do tomorrow evening. A few of my staff members and I are going to be there as well. Takano-san and Tomitaka-san are coming too. Can't bring that many people, but I hope you'll let us join you. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Every person counts. EDA. I watched a Let's Play with OG, so I don't own currently a PS4. Oh, okay. Currently own a PS4, gotcha. So you know. Oh, it'll be fun. Seeing the differences. It's just, yeah, when I saw what I saw, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait before I play it. Because it's just a surprise. Sorry that you could say I didn't see it coming. Anyways, sorry that we can't do much to help her, but we still want to do something. This is what Takano-san suggested. Takano. Yes. She wanted to help somehow. She feels bad that she wasn't able to assist you the other day. Sorry if that was loud. Oh, you're talking about that rumor? The one saying that Mibara-san's become the leader of a protest group or something? Even you know about it. You know about Satoko? Of course he does. That smug face. He's very sensitive to rumors inside the village. It's only my job. Very aware of what's going on with Satoko-san. It's weird, Mion doesn't hate Uishi. Well, maybe she does, but they seem chummier than previous worlds. Uishi-san, what do you think about her case? Uishi-san is, after all, a police officer. Could he maybe have an option other than going to the Child Consultation Center? Anyways, I have some not FBI approved reserve to do before bed. See ya. See ya, Mr. Wu. Catch you later. I also think that going to the consultation center is the smartest thing to do. Then, you're also saying there's no way to save her before something happens? We'd probably do the same. We meet with him and tell him not to harm her. I'm sure a professional social worker can do a better job than that, though. They take care of these abuse issues better than the police can. The police only take action after something happens, but the Child Consultation Center can make a move before it does. It'd be a lot easier for us if we could arrest criminals before they commit crimes. Minority Report. However, we need to be very careful about whom we arrest, you know. We don't want to lose our jobs. In that sense, there's nothing wrong with them saying that they want to wait and see for a while. Well, I don't think the Child Consultation Center is being unreasonable. However, it must seem terrible from the point of view of those who know Satoko-san and Teppei-san. Yoichi-san was exactly right. He must be assuming that we're overreacting by making such a big fuss. It's only been a couple of days since he took her away. But that mindset can create huge problems. Research. FBI approved research. Gotcha. I'm sure they're gonna call him tonight because we told them that she's been missing school for 3 days. They'll ask him why he hasn't gone to school. They'll ask him why she hasn't. Teppei might beat her up for that. I don't know. However, if he continues to keep her at home after the phone call, the Child Consultation Center will probably make a move. I think they'll talk to him about it. So she might come to school tomorrow? That's possible. Teppei can't stay in Okonomiya for some reason. That's why he needs to stay at Satoko's house. I'm sure he doesn't want any further trouble. Can't stay in Okonomiya for some reason? That's right, for some reason. Heard that he had some kind of money-related trouble. You don't know about that, Sonozaki-san? Foo. I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean, Neon? There's a reason he wants to stay in Satoko's house. Well, yeah. Teppei has money issues, so he can't live in Okonomiya anymore. He's hiding out in Hamza till the trouble brews over. Then he should hide somewhere else. He should hide somewhere alone. Why would he try and drag Satoko-chan into this? You want Satoko as your maid, right? It's the same thing. No, that's not right. Maids are about love. There's love behind my desires. I'm totally against violence. Master should treat his maid with love. Let's just ignore that pervert for a moment. So, Ishii-san, you think there's no choice but to let the Child Consultation Center take care of it? I think that's the most realistic plan. There are certain steps that you need to follow. When you take a piss, you go to the toilet and pull down your zipper. If you don't follow those steps, it ends in a disaster. That's a gross way to put it. You disgusting old man. I'm sorry, I can't help you. But I do find Satoko-san's case unfortunate. Hope that everyone gets to have the happy ending. The Child Consultation Center is going to make their decision regardless, but what you guys are doing isn't against law either. What you're doing, Meibara-kun, is not a mistake. Don't give up. Do all you can do. I'll support you too. Thank you very much. We weren't there yesterday and today, and we're going to go there tomorrow too. I believe we can save her as long as we don't give up. 3 days in a row, huh? Heard you took 20 people with you today. Are you going to take that many tomorrow, too? Hey. Kei-chan is really talented when it comes to stuff like this. You'll be surprised. There's going to be 60 people tomorrow. My, that's amazing. I can see you becoming an active labor union leader when you grow up. The head of our union is pretty deplorable. At that moment, I heard someone clapping. It was almost 9 p.m. The meeting was over. Everyone returned to their seats and listened to each section head's report on what they discussed. You're incredible, Keiichi. You know so many people from the village. But there are even more people that I don't know. Are you sure? You're talking with so many of them. I really am impressed. They're such nice people. Maybe I should be more involved with them too. You should. Hinamizawa is all about helping each other. I know you're busy with your work, but you should be involved as much as you can. I'm gonna talk with your mother about that, I think. That's it for the meeting today. Next meeting is... tomorrow. I'll see you all then. It'll be the last major meeting before the festival. Thank you for coming today. Chairman, will you give us some closing remarks? No, it's fine. Let's just go home and get some drinks. That's it for now. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Wahaha. Everyone laughed at Mira Kimiyoshi's closing remarks. We finished cleaning up and everyone began filing out of the building. Even though it was a weekday, some of them were going out for drinks. Wait. Mayor Kimiyoshi. Did I say uncle? Whoops. I was probably thinking of Uncle Yashiro. Mayor Kimiyoshi. Even though it was a weekday, some of them were going out for drinks. I asked my dad to go along with them. My dad isn't an ordinary worker. He can sleep in if he wants to, as long as he makes his deadlines. Keiichi, they want me to come for a drink, so I'm going, okay? Sure, have fun. I'm heading home now. Just get adjusted real quick. Going home alone was kind of sad, so I thought I'd walk home with Mion, but she was still lingering at the meeting talking with the mayor and other important people. She was probably busy with the festival being so near. As I contemplated whether to wait for her or not, Uishi-san came up to me. Good job at the meeting. How did you get here? I can give you a ride home if you want. Came here on my bike. Plus I'm waiting for Mion. I see. You'll be waiting a while though. They were discussing the trouble they had with the refreshment booth team. Trouble with the refreshment booth team? Seems like such a fun festival, but they still have some issues, huh? Oh yes. It's hard to make adjustments this late. Shaved ice and yakisoba are always popular, so everyone wants to do those. But it'd be a problem if all the booths sold yakisoba, right? They need to make those kind of adjustments so there will be a variety of booths, but people get upset when they have to run a booth that's not going to make much money, you know? I suggest running the booths in rotation every year, but some people don't have enough staff to do certain kinds of booths, and other people claim that their yakisoba is better than everyone else's. They also fight about locations and who to hire, etc., etc. I had no idea that preparations for a festival were so complicated. Thinks back to Oyster Bake. Everything needs adjustments. I guess it sounds like boring adult talk for a young man like yourself. But adjustments are necessary to make things go smoothly. What you're doing at the Child Consultation Center is a secret adjustment, in a way. Stoko-san and Tepe-san don't even know about it. I guess you might be right. We have no choice but to raise our voices. That's the only option we've got. I guess that'd be like Fiesta, too. No, I'm proud to see you do something like this. If I was your age, all I'd be able to think of is attacking him in the dark. Man. Oishi must have had no other plans. He stuck around while I waited for Mion. There was no one else around at that time of night. It would have felt pretty lonely if he hadn't been there with me. I'm glad Oishi stayed to chat. We talked about Mahjong for a while. His theory, techniques, and history. I rarely talked with a guy his age, so it was very interesting for me. It's nice to interact with people from a different generation sometimes. He's also a police officer. I was secretly hoping that he'd give me a hint about how to save Tsutoku. In any case, I had to wonder what was taking Mion so long. By the time Oishi-san finished his second cigarette, I started to think that maybe I should just go home for the night. I think I'm gonna head home. Mion is taking too long. I have something big to take care of after school tomorrow. Going into the Child Consultation Center, you mean? Yes. I'm gonna fight until they come up with a plan to save Tsutoku. Consistency is important. This is all we can do. Oishi-san smiled upon hearing my passionate words. But the Child Consultation Center understands your point by now. You know, there's a limit to what you can do. It's important to know when to quit. If you go too far, it'll only make things more complicated. But I can't just let Satoko suffer. Of course you can't. Sure that the Child Consultation Center won't leave her be either. They will help her. They might help her, but probably only after she gets hurt. If Satoko suffers irreversible mental trauma, it'll be too late. Maybe she took out his third cigarette. That meant he was going to stay here until he finished it. Didn't feel like waiting here with him, though. Just wanted to go home and relax so I could prepare for tomorrow. I'm going home now. You know, Mibara-san, there's something I want to tell you. The tone of his voice had changed slightly. Whatever it was, it sounded important. I stopped and turned back around to face him. Actually, you see, I don't think you should go to the Child Consultation Center tomorrow. You made your point already. But we need to do this so we can save Satoko. They aren't getting how urgent the situation is. We have to make even more of a fuss if that's what it takes for them to understand. I think we'll make a bigger impact if we go there 3 days in a row. You're trying to show them every courtesy, right? Huh? But you know, Mibara-san, sometimes you should just let sleeping dogs lie. What? Let me make this clear. This isn't a warning from the police, and no one told me to tell you this. I'm just giving you advice, as your mahjong friend. The word advice didn't sound pleasant at all. I felt myself frowning involuntarily. Do you know what the Child Consultation Center is thinking? You guys showed up 2 days in a row. You brought 20 people with you today. They're afraid you'll show up again tomorrow. Then why don't they just listen to us? I hope they're not planning to build a barricade so we can't get in the building tomorrow. No, they won't do that. Their job is to listen to these claims. They'll accept anyone who comes to make an appeal. They can't stop you from coming, no matter how many times you show up. They know that too. So they need to take care of the matter before you bring even me. They need to take care of the matter even. They need to take care of the matter before you bring even more people and cause even more trouble. The struggles. You mean, have they already made the decision to save Satoko? Not quite. They've started making secret adjustments so you that can't come by to pressure them anymore. What do you mean? They made a secret adjustment so that I couldn't bother them anymore? I felt confused, and then Oishi-san said something that almost sounded like a line from a political drama. These officials sometimes act a bit like the Yakuza. They don't want their badge disrespected. It's normal for them to ignore opinions opposing the decisions they made, even if they realize their office is in the wrong. So if they listen to us, other people will come to the office to get their cases taken care of. Also, hold on. Let me check something. Yeah, okay. After this chapter, we're gonna head out. Or not? Yeah, no. We'll head out. Let me just check something real quick. I might already checking something, but checking something else. Okay. Close that. Now we're good. So if they listen to us, other people will come to the office to get their cases taken care of. That's exactly it. Hahaha. They don't want people challenging their decisions. They will listen to your appeal, but they'll never change their stance unless there's something odd going on. Plus, this time Satoko-san's case is nothing special or noteworthy to them. He may have taken her away from where she lived, but it's a legal act, since he has parental rights. It's not like a parent without custody forcing his child to live with him. After all, he's the only blood relative she has. There's nothing illegally speaking that prevents them from living together. That's not the case with Satoko and her uncle. You know that too. You know how violently he abused her last year. That was last year. The Child Consultation Center can't do anything about it if he tells them that he feels remorse over what happened then. And more than anything, Satoko-san told them that he's not abusing her. That's because last year Satoko relied on her brother, and she deeply regrets overburdening him. So as far as she's concerned, seeking help feels like she's betraying her brother. I see. It might be very difficult to persuade the Child Consultation Center in that case. Well anyway, for reasons like that, the center can't understand why you and your group is pressing this issue so hard. We're just trying to let them know that Teppei is a violent person, that we can't let Satoko stay with him. But why? You weren't here in Hinamizawa last year. I don't think you know much about Teppei-san. Why are you so sure that he's that dangerous? That was a hard question to answer. He was right. I didn't know much about Teppei. Never even seen his face. But I just know. Way back in a different world, I didn't save Satoko. Just stood by and seen the world where Satoko was irreversibly broken. We all cried and regretted it. I couldn't explain that to Oishi though. My friends had understood my premonition. But it's weird for someone to be so aggressive just based on what he saw in his imagination. I mentioned it earlier, but sometimes the divorced couple battles for the custody of their child. Couples can sue each other, and sometimes their relatives sue the couple too. Some of them decide to sue their partner, not for the child, but just because they hate them. This case is a bit similar to something like that. Looks as though you're taking the actions you are because you hate Teppei Hojo. The Child Consultation Center needs to determine if you're doing this out of hate or out of genuine concern towards Satoko-san. Not all people go to the center out of goodwill like you. They can only make a decision after carefully determining if the information given by the petitioner is genuine or not. You need to understand that. So you're saying that because I was too direct with them, they've mistaken my appeal as one born of ill will? No, you don't have to worry about that. Just please try to understand that they have to evaluate it carefully. If they put a child under protection every time they got a report, the nation would careen out of control. That's right. I think there was a passage in the civil law book the center showed us that first day. The family or the prosecutor must make an appeal to the family court. Family issues have to be resolved within the family. An outside appeal might move the center to take action, but an outsider can't tell them how to respond. And when it comes to that, Satoko's only family is her uncle. Since her uncle obviously wasn't going to do anything about this, Satoko would have to seek help on her own. But Satoko is denying that she's being abused at all. This isn't going anywhere. Consultation Center is simply hoping that you'll give up. They have other cases that need more urgent attention, but they're not sure yet if they should ask you to give up. That's what I wanted to tell you today. What do you mean? I don't get it. Mibara-san, when you visited them today, did they treat you better than yesterday? Yeah, a bit. We were taken to a bigger room and the manager came to see us too. You might think that the manager is ranked just a little bit above the regular staff members. However, his position is as high as that of a section chief in a regular company. It's very difficult to achieve that position. The person you talked to today is actually a very powerful man, more than you could imagine. It's not normal for them to do that. The manager normally never shows up for a consultation. You need to recognize that the treatment you got today was a very special one. Never seemed that special to me. Thought we were taken to a big room because we went there with more people. Rena told them to adjust to us. Because you were so well organized, they're suspecting that you're not the actual leader, that the Sonozaki family are the ones behind this movement. I'm sure you know how powerful the Sonozaki family is in this village. I do. But it has nothing to do with the Sonozaki family. We're simply fighting to save our friend. Mion hasn't even mentioned her name. That's what the Child Consultation Center wants to know. It's their normal routine to politely refuse a huge crowd of petitioners. However, things would be different if this was Oryu Sonozaki's idea. Oryu-san holds great sway in the city's government. No one can go against her wishes. I'm aware that Mion's grandmother is very powerful, but that has nothing to do with this. In order to make that clear, the local government officials have approached the Sonozaki family in secret. They met Oryu-san and asked her about this case. They were going to take action if they found out that it was her idea, but they soon discovered otherwise. So, they're not gonna take any action anymore? It's not just that. Oryo-san is now aware that there's a commotion going on within the village. Not sure if you're aware of this, but some people in the village still hold a grudge against the Hojo family, the traitors of the dam conflict. Ever since the curse of Oshiro-sama, the Sonozaki family has been telling people not to interact with the Hojo family. You might wake up a sleeping dog if you continue to make all this noise. What happens if I wake the dog up? I don't know. Uishi paused for a while and drew on a short cigarette. I'm not saying that you'll be threatened or that they'll hurt you. However, you just moved here. You're starting to get to know people from the village. But soon enough, you might get to see the underside of this place. The issues between the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family. Well, village-wide matters have been slightly taboo in our group, but we may have to go down that road now. It's a fact that we haven't gotten any support from adults, except for the school teachers and EDA. Other adults in the village must know what happened between Satoko and Teppei last year. They all understand that it would be a disaster if we don't rescue Satoko as soon as possible. However, no adult came forward to help us. If we continue our movement, will the people who hate the Hojo family become our enemies too? That's possible. The Sonozaki family may get involved if you continue this commotion. You could say that the Sonozaki family is anti-Hojo. If you try to save Satoko-san using people from Hinamizawa, that shows huge disrespect towards the Sonozaki family. It could create a huge problem. By that point, I knew. This was a warning, not just advice. An ignorant young man in Hinamizawa is making noise, trying to wake up a sleeping dog. I know you've taken a liking to this place, and that you're really doing your best here. That's why. I thought I should let you know about this. Sorry if I upset you. I love Hinamizawa. I made a decision to make this place my home. I'm motivated about the big job I got for the festival too. Would it really be wise for me to try and create all this trouble? I'm just speaking as your friend, nothing more. Not trying to threaten you or anything like that. Not trying to make you do anything you don't want to. Just wanted to give you this information. Rishi smiled at me, then stomped on a cigarette. I thought I just made the decision to do what was right. But was that only the stupid idea of an ignorant little boy? Did I need to grow up right now and think about this again? Dark clouds hung over my heart. But wait a minute. Did that mean I didn't even have the courage to risk losing something? Was I not brave enough to save Satoko at all? I had to be the red fire. I couldn't give up, even if everybody else did. I had to fill other people up with righteous flames, just like I was. What's the matter? Foo-foo. What a bold smile you're wearing right now. Thank you for the valuable advice. But I can't give up, no matter what you tell me. I won't stop even if the whole world tells me to. Even if the whole world is against you. Huh. You're a stronger man than I thought. The whole world is telling me that I'm making a mistake. I'll have to stop and reevaluate myself. However, I've already talked about Sasoka's case with my friends over and over again. This isn't just my idea. I'm confident that our decision is the very best one to make. I agree with you, Mibara-san. Young people like you tend to make hasty and dangerous decisions. However, all of you are being very rational about this. You're making a democratic appeal. Just like Dr. Irie was saying, there's something wrong with your methods. I know. I'm positive that we're not making any mistakes. We're doing our best to save our friend. We're not going to give up just because we feel threatened. We are her true comrades. I have faith in us, even if the rest of the world doesn't. That's what friendship is all about. You have a strong will. Not even my detectives are as strong as you are. Uishi-san gave me a wicked grin of admiration. I could tell from that grin. He wasn't trying to pressure me at all. It was exactly the opposite of that. He had shared this information with me to confirm that I was ready to face this challenge. Didn't even have to consider whether his words were advice or a warning. Every man has many things he wants to keep believing in, even if others don't share that belief. Of course, it's important to listen to advice with sincerity, but some beliefs you still can't turn away from. That's what being a man is all about. Foo. I also have a strong will, you know? About 5 years ago, a person who was like a brother to me was killed. Oh, the foreman. He was murdered? The case was declared solved, but I'm continuing investigation alone, because I suspect there's another person in control behind the scenes. The department told me that I was wasting my time. They told me to stop. But just like you, I can't give up. Are you getting close to finding out who did it? I don't know about that. Anyway, if your resolve is that strong, then there's nothing for you to fear. Just follow through on your beliefs. I'm often threatened to show more restraint if I want to keep my full retirement pay to myself. But I've never given in. There's a lot of things we men can't convey without being unwavering. My, exactly right. You can't give up, no matter how risky it will be. It's important to pursue your goal. Even if you end up playing into their hand, that's what being a man is about. If you're going down, then go down fighting. You're right. Waffling between whether to go or go back isn't the attitude of a real man. That's how a man should be. We bumped our fists together, reaffirming that real men are the same regardless of their generation. It wouldn't be a simple road to saving Satoko, but I was never going to give up. I was going to save her. I had no doubts about that. Oh man. What's gonna happen? I think that's the chapter, right? Yeah. Receptionist note. Sending the brat back. What? Magician of words. What is that? Oh, the parfait. Okay. Because of talking to Kameda-kun. Yeah, after these tips, we'll end the session. And then we'll be back in the morning. Please hold on a moment. I'll get her. Oops. Hori-san, someone from the municipal government is calling. Ah, hello? Hello, Sonozaki-san. This is Ada from the municipal government. Thank you very much for the ohagi the other day. Quite welcome. Thank you for your work at the culture festival. Also for providing that large parasol. How much does that thing cost? We use it every year, so we might as well buy one ourselves. We borrowed that one from a teacher. Checked out the price, but the domestically made ones cost about 200,000 yen. So $2,000. I also found one made in China, and it's less than half the price. I don't care if it's made in China or not, just get one so we don't have to cause any more trouble for the teachers. We're actually ordering it already. Once it arrives, you might want to take a look at it and make a final decision. Also, we've been holding the same Edo-style tea ceremony for the past 3 years. You should probably get an instructor from a different style. Can you look for a new instructor for next year? Oh, I see. Will do, ma'am. We'll find a different tea ceremony instructor. About that advisor, I had something else to ask you about. And here's me going on about a parasol. So what do you need? You're wondering if you've heard anything about the case of Satoko Hojo-san in Hinamizawa. Satoko Hojo? Ha! You talking about that blasted Hojo girl? What did she do? Well, she's recently moved in with her uncle, but she's being abused, apparently. Have you heard anything about it? Her uncle? Satoko's being abused? Never heard of anything like that. Oh, well, if you don't know, that's okay. To tell you the truth, someone from Hinamizawa came to petition to the Child Consultation Center. According to the center, that petitioner was very persistent. The manager felt that it was better to talk with you, if you already knew about it. I don't know anything, and I don't care. Why would I do anything for that pitiful child? The Sonozaki family has nothing to do with this. Have you heard anything about it from the town council? No. What are you saying? Kimiyoshi was helping that blasted Hojo child, and the Sonozaki family would know about it. He was petitioning the Child Consultation Center. Heard some of her classmates were there. Well, as far as I know, anyway. Guess it's just something that her classmates are doing, and the village has nothing to do with it. Of course not. I don't know anything. The village has nothing to do with Satoko. The contents of this conversation were forwarded to the Child Consultation Center. If Odia wasn't behind the commotion, then they had no need to take the case seriously. The manager told his staff to listen to what the petitioners have to say, but to never say anything promising the girl's safety. Ch.7 Minagoroshi, huh? Guess a boy like that will grow up to be a political advocate in the future. Sending the brat back. It had been 3 days since he told her to stay home. He got another call from that annoying teacher again, so he yelled at her and hung up the phone. That woman is too persistent, Teppei thought. She won't give up that easily. He was sure that she'd call the Child Consultation Center again. The biggest reason why Teppei refused to let Satoko go to school was his fear that she'd seek help when going there. She pretended like nothing was wrong when the social worker from the Child Consultation Center showed up, but that was only because he was right beside her. She'd probably betray him as soon as she got her chance. Then the consultation center would show up immediately. No, maybe the police would come and get him for assaulting Satoko. One of his friends told him that the consultation center works with the police sometimes. Teppei had a lot of weight on his shoulders. If the police came, they'd end up questioning him about the other trouble he was involved in. He couldn't let that happen. All he needed was the money. Teppei could leave this awful village behind as soon as he found his brother's bank book. Teppei usually stayed at home, as he found the way the other villagers looked at him unpleasant. So when playing mahjong with his friends, he played it at Satoko's house. But mahjong requires at least 4 people. When Teppei couldn't get that many people to come over, he just stayed home alone and watched TV instead. He started using this ample free time to sniff around the house for his treasure. Satoko would end up cleaning the mess he made. Besides, it wasn't his home anyway. What did it matter to him how much furniture he broke? He cleared out the closet, went up to the attic. He also pulled out all the chests and searched them thoroughly. His wife had been a pretty clever woman. She must have hid it somewhere very unusual. He messed up the whole first floor, went up to the second floor to search some more. Next moment, Satoko went and tried to tackle him. Not Nini's room. What the hell? No, you can't go inside Nini's room. Teppei immediately assumed that she was hiding the bank book in there. He threw her off and forced his way inside the room. However, Satoko tried to stop him with all of her might. It was amusing for Teppei to see Satoko resisting him to that extent, but it also surprised him a little. He asked her why she didn't want him to go into Satoshi's room. That room belongs to Nini. Nini will be hurt if he comes home and sees his room destroyed. You don't want me there just because it's your brother's room? You don't even know if he's still alive. Nini is alive. He'll come back home. Don't destroy his room. What are you saying? I'm not going to destroy the room. Just trying to clean it up. Why would you have to save this room for someone who's not here anymore? You need to clean it up. No, you can't. Nini. The hell? You really don't want me to go inside, huh? Satoko's crazed behavior convinced him that he should stop provoking her for the moment. While Teppei was very talented at threatening people, despair makes cowards courageous. If he ignored Satoko and tore apart the room, she might just run away. He didn't want Satoko to be nearby, but he also couldn't let her run loose. Fine then. If you promise to be a good girl, I won't go inside this room. Alright? Got it? Yes. But if you make me mad, I'm gonna rip this room apart. If you escape from this house, you tell people about what's happening. Everything in there is gonna end up in the garbage. Get it? Yes. Thank you for giving me a chance. Teppei was sure the bank book was inside Satoshi's room. But Satoko would lose it if he went inside. He wasn't pleased about the promise he made with her, but at least he would keep Satoko under control. It might not hurt him to send her off to school. If he kept her home again tomorrow, the teacher might come to the house with the police in tow. He was only keeping her at home because he was afraid that Satoko would talk to other people. If she wasn't going to do that, it'd be better for him to send her to school. He could sneak into Satoshi's room while she was out. Satoko, you've been a good girl, so I guess your cold is all better now. Go back to school tomorrow. Thank you so much. He was the one who told her to say thank you when he gives her approval to do something. It annoyed him to hear her say it over and over. Get out of my sight, you little brat. Gah, so annoying. Jeez. Wait, so is that gonna backfire though? Because well, backfire for Keiichi, because she'll show up. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Next session. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. 2 chapters today. Well, chapter and a half. Chapter in 20 minutes. 2:41. Yeah. Oh, it's like 2 hours. Okay. Well, yeah. That's the stream. We'll be back later. Thanks for tuning in. Don't think there's any shoutouts. Oh. Okay, so it didn't go through. Gotcha. That's what happened. I guess, yeah, that's the stream. So, have a good one. Bye.